Hi, ladies. I know this is not my normal day, and my desk is a huge mess, and I don't exactly know what. Hi, Jamie. So, if one of you guys, hi, Amberly. I love surprises. Well, I want to talk to you guys. I think I need it more than you do. Today, I need it more than you do. Hi, Pam. Well, somebody go post it in our group, and it's not. Anyway, I'll explain a little bit more. I'll wait till a few more people come in and I'll clean off my desk. So I don't know if I'm going to make I was making some envelope junk journals yesterday and I have a bunch on my desk. I also was going to make a few more. Hi, Michelle. I know it's Saturday and I don't normally go. Hi, Graceful World. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Tanya. Hello, ladies. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Patricia. If somebody wouldn't mind going and putting in the link in our group, I would really appreciate it. How is everyone? How is everyone? Oh, I love you guys so much. So somebody please go over to our Facebook group and post it in Crafting Mamas. So you guys, I never watch the news. I don't, I purposefully don't watch the news because you guys, I'm so sensitive. It's like a Debbie Downer, you know? So it's a Debbie Downer, and so I don't watch it. Hi, Joyce. Yeah, it's a Debbie Downer, and so, hi, Jan. Hi, Samantha. I'm so happy to see you. Anyway, let me just go. Somebody's like texting me. Let me see if I can turn off their thing, because they're just dinging and dinging and dinging. Anyway, so I'm going to give like 2 more seconds because there's somebody that I know is going to come and I just want to talk to them. And anyway, sorry, give me 1 second. So I don't know what we're going to make, but I'm definitely going to craft because I need to. So I don't ever watch the news, and I don't know how many of you guys are like news people, like you just live for news. I just can't do it. I just cannot live for news, and I don't listen. So, hi, Grace. We're happy to see you. We have another girl named Grace, too. Hi, Kier. Hi, Lily. It's Sunday morning in India. Hi, we haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Colleen. So I'll tell you what I woke up to today. So I don't know what we're going to work on. I'm in love with making these little books. I know some of you guys made them, so maybe I'll make a couple of those. I've got all kinds of junk journals and just stuff everywhere. So this morning, I can't even tell you what time because the mornings are a blur for me because I get up super early. Hi, Mom Munson. Hi, Tammy. You never watch the news? Good. Hi, Rach. Hi, Scotty. You used to watch reality TV and you don't? Okay, so I don't watch the news because it just makes me upset. So this morning, so you guys know, everybody that's new, I live in Hawaii. I live on the island of Maui. I live in the Hawaiian Islands, and it's beautiful. And I don't know how often it happens. It might happen every week. You guys, you sort of become, you're in Tasmania. One of my dearest friends lives in Tasmania. So anyway, this morning, we get these sort of how everybody gets those flood warning alerts and they make that really weird noise. Well, we get those and they're on our phone, and generally it means there's a side of the island that's flooding, or there is I don't know, there's just something like a possible tsunami, or there was an earthquake, or there's something, because we do have it is rainy season. Well, this morning, let me see if I can find it, if it's still on my phone, because I don't know. And if I cry, you guys, please forgive me. Please forgive me if I cry. I didn't realize how emotional I was. Anyway, this morning we got this alert, and it said, ballistic missile incoming. This is not a drill. Get yourself to whatever missile shelter, whatever. And Hattie was in the shower and the babe was asleep. And my other daughter she'd spent the night with her girlfriend. And he and I were just talking about how we were, like, what kind of coffee we were going to have. You know what I mean? And you kind of like go, what does that exactly mean for me? And then, you know, they tell you to get to a shelter. So I type in ballistic missile shelter Maui, and then something comes up and says there are none or it's all closed. And then there's all these articles, you know, that come from our newspaper. And one was from about a year ago, and it said, if a ballistic missile hits, you have 15 minutes. And there's absolutely nothing you can do. So we just sat there. I woke up the babe and I called her. I made her get in bed with us. And I just put my arms around her, and we had our dog, and we just sat and prayed. Like, what else can you do? And I called my daughter, the one that was spending the night at Friends, and she was asleep. And we just sat on the phone with her. And she said, let me go wake up my friend. And then we conference called an elderly friend of ours who lives alone, who doesn't live so far, but too far for us to get there. And we just sat there with each other on the phone in a conference call and just tried to love each other. That's all we could do. And about 45 minutes passed until, you know, my middle daughter said, Mom, I gotta go. I gotta, you know, like. And then some other thing came like 45 minutes later that said, you know, it was a mistake or whatever. So all I can tell you is this. In that 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it was, all I could say is, you realize nothing matters. You realize absolutely that nothing matters. Like, all the stress you're feeling over whether you pay your car note on time, whether that guy that kind of likes you or doesn't like you, or whether your friend hasn't called you in 6 months, you realize none of it matters. You realize in that short period of time, the only thing that's real is love. And the only thing is real is us being kind to each other. The kindness that we show each other is the only thing that matters. And as I'm talking to my friend, the elderly friend that I have, she's so sweet. You know, she's the lady that I was helping clean out her house. You know, remember I told you guys all that story about how her mom, she was going to go take care of her mom. Mom was in her 90s. Anyway, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm really not. And I was talking to her, you know, after everything, I talked her through it, and then I talked past it, and she's called me like 10 times, and if my phone rings, it'll probably be her too. Because she's just like, it puts you in a state of, like, shock, right? But it also puts you in a state of realizing that all the crap that you've held on to, all of it, whatever it is, like, I'm not thin enough, I'm not rich enough, I'm not pretty enough, I have a wrinkle on my left cheek, and my thigh on my right leg is bigger than the one on my left, and my shoes don't fit, and I have a pimple on my nose. It just brings this reality to you that you're never going to say, I wish I worked one more day. What are you going to say? You're going to say, I wish I loved more. I wish I'd spent more time with my friends. I wish I'd had fun more, right? So then I was telling, Jamie happened to text me and tell me some funny boob story because of my boob story. You guys all know about my boob story from last night, which was totally ridiculous, right? But then Jamie says, why don't you just come and hang out for a little bit? So I'm here for me. I'm here for me. Hi, Mary Lou. And I'm sorry I cried. Hi, Kate. Hi, CJ. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Tanya. I'm here for me. And I want to tell you how important you all are to me, how very important, and how much I have grown from sharing myself with you. And even when there are days that I'm not feeling well and don't feel like it, I do it anyway. And I want to tell you how very important each and every one of you are, not just in my life, but in all of our lives. And the friends that we have here are real. And I love you guys so much. You have no idea how much I love you. Like, Tracy, I love the fact that you are making Malia's baby a blanket. And I love the fact that you knew that's something that's really important to her, that she needs that. Even before maybe she knew, or we knew, right? Or I knew. And I love the fact that you guys are collecting trash and painting newspapers with me. I mean, it's just so ridiculous, but it's fun too. And I love the kindness and the camaraderie and the friendship you're showing each other. And I love the creativity that you're sharing. And I love the fact that some of you are, trying something for the first time and you're willing to just show it. And you're not like, you're putting yourself out there. And I'm grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. And I love you guys so much. And I was thinking, like, it's so weird. I can't even tell you what went through my mind. All that went through my mind was holding my daughter. And I was thinking, and the dog, of course. And then, of course, she wants to get the rabbit, the bunny, and the dog. So we have the dog, the cat, the bunny, and me. And poor Hottie was in the shower. So he, like, had to jump out of the shower. And he was, like, wet. And he was, like, and then, of course, okay, ready for this? Because you got to have a Lucy moment. You know me, I'm an I Love Lucy girl, right? I'm like, I need a cup of coffee. And he goes, if we have 15 minutes to live, you want a cup of coffee? And I said, well, if I have 15 minutes to live, why wouldn't I want a cup of coffee? And so, you know what? He made me a freaking cup of coffee. I mean, seriously, you guys, I had to have my I Love Lucy moment, okay? I had to have my I Love Lucy moment. He's like so confused, and and it's early, and he's like, seriously, if you have 15 minutes to live, you want a cup of coffee? I said, if I have 15 minutes to live, if I only have 15 minutes, of course I want a cup of coffee. I know, right? Well, you guys, it was like, he and I had been talking about this coffee, and I was like, oh, I want coffee. And he was like, I'm not going to. We sort of have a ritual, right? Like, on the days that he doesn't have to get up, he makes me coffee. Okay, are you guys laughing? Like, I'd be a great coffee commercial. If you have 15 minutes to live, what would you reach for? A cup of coffee. Hi, Lynn! So, hi, Fee! But if you could see his face, you guys, he was just like, I need to put on some clothes first, because he was like wrapped in a towel. He's like, so hi, Alta. So that was my day. It's not as ridiculous as running around with my boobs flailing for the neighbors to see, but if I can only encourage you to love a little more and forgive a lot more and be kind to yourself first and foremost, and just enjoy your life. Just enjoy your life. Brenda, he's totally a keeper. Can you imagine? You guys have no idea. I'm so ridiculous. I'm like, make me a cup of coffee. Thinking about it now, no wonder he was like, seriously? Seriously, if you have 15 minutes to live, you want a cup of coffee? I said, if I only have 15 minutes to live, why wouldn't I want a cup of coffee? That was my day, girls. So I thought I'd come and hang out with you. And, I don't know, make some painted papers, or I don't know what I'm going to make. Is that like too ridiculous or what? You're going to go have breakfast, Lily? Oh, good. Awesome. So for those of you, normally I'm not this emotional. I'm usually like all good to go, but today it was just a little bit, I have to tell you, it was a little over the top. So, okay, you want to hear the best thing that happened? So after the whole like morning thing came back over, I love you. I love you, Carla. I got the most beautiful card from Carla. I don't have it near me. I got it yesterday. And I meant to show it to you guys last night. And I got some amazing paints from Cassandra that I haven't used yet, but I'm a little intimidated to use because they're like real paints, and you know me, I only use the cheap stuff, so I'm a little, don't know. You made me a cup. You made a cup too. Awesome, Tanya. So for those of you that are new to me, I'm an avid trash painter. I paint on everything I can possibly paint on. And I love painting on newspapers. It's one of my favorite things. I make junk journals and trash art, and I love recycling. So the best thing is this. So after all of this, oh, Carla, it's a gorgeous card. And if it's close enough, I'll go get it. I think it's I don't know if it's I'm a little not myself today. So the best thing is after all this happened, and you guys, all this happened really early this morning, right? So after all this happened, the first thing that the babe did is she put her clothes on. She got a kickball. She got not a soccer ball, but like, you know those kind of balls that you played kickball in school, like a hard rubber ball? The first thing she did was, after it was all like, we knew it was done, or we hoped it was done, she put on her clothes and she grabbed her kickball, she grabbed the dog, and she said, I love you, Mom. I'm going to go play and have a good day. I said, I'm so happy. So she went outside and played kickball. It's like 8 something in the morning, right? On a Saturday morning. And Hadi just, got up and went to work. He was like, I'm going to work, and I'm just sitting there with my heart still pounding and feeling rather like, I don't know, like when you have something that makes you kind of weak in the knees, that's kind of what it was. So anyway, these I painted a while back. So she's outside giggling, and then she called me like a little bit later, and she's like, could you make me a smoothie? I said, yeah, I can make you a smoothie. And then she called me back and she goes, can you make 3 smoothies? And I said, yes, I can make 3 smoothies, because she's playing with 2 other friends. And then she called me back and goes, can you make 4? I said, I can make 4. So I made 4 smoothies, and hi, Crafty Panda. Hi, Barb. Hi, Crafty Panda. And Barb, we love you, but I have to be honest, we miss you on Fridays. I miss you on Fridays, because I could always count. I would have you on in the background doing my day, and I could hear you and do a project and everything. And if all of you haven't gone over, go over and check out Barb Owen on how to get creative. And she's awesome, and you'll learn a lot. And thanks for hanging out with us. It does take a whole new recovery, right? My poor friend, she's like called me so many times, and she goes, you've answered every time I've called, and I was thinking, well, I at least have my family, right? I don't have, but she didn't have anyone, so I'm like, I told her she could come over for dinner later if she wanted to. Popo is in the middle of moving, you guys. I didn't even tell her I was coming on. You guys, she's packing and moving. She has I think they move in 2 weeks. So we're all giving you the 411, Barb. We miss you on Fridays. I know Carla misses you on Fridays. I mean, I'm sure we all, there's a whole line of us. So these are some, what do you want to call it, you guys? I'm out of my mind. Shaving cream prints that I made on photo paper. So do any of you guys have, how, I don't know why, but for a while there, I was getting these free photo paper in the mail. I don't know what, it came in something, like the HP photo paper. And I did some shaving cream marbling on it, and it does work. I mean, it gives it a really cool texture. So if you're into texture stuff, that kind of works, and I have that. So I don't know, maybe I'll make one of these little ridiculous throwaway books, but I love these. You guys, I love this. And I just sent out a few in a Happy Meal. Yeah, hi, Susan. I love you, Susan. I didn't even tell you because I didn't want to bother you during your moving. I didn't want to bother you. Yeah, somebody tell Pat. That would be awesome. So, did any of you guys make one of these with me? Make your own, I don't know, what would we call it? Like, make your own paper pad? Now, mine's made out of junk. You guys use scrapbook paper if you want. Like, you don't have to make yours like mine. You know, just because I'm obsessed with junk mail does not mean you have to be. And I do love my junk mail. I don't know why, you guys. And I like painting. If you do a lot of mixed media and collage, I love this. I love painting on those throwaway. This happens to be a Safeway. We do have a Safeway here. All of you that live in the U.S. And and so I made several of these, and I mailed a few of them out. So if you guys are in my Crafting Mamas group, some of you will receive them. I haven't made, I think we have, I don't know how many people we have on the Happy Mail list. I haven't made enough for everyone, but everybody will eventually get something. And part of a security envelope that I filled with stuff, you know, like all the bits and pieces. So maybe that's what I'll work on. I don't know. I've been making all kinds of crazy journals, and you name it, I've been working on it. I've got, do you guys have a lot of unfinished projects in your stream of consciousness? I certainly do. But I just wanted to come on and hang out with you for a little bit and hear what's going on in your world. But please, love a little harder, be a little kinder. You know, kindness is free. And I'm going to tell you, when you're sitting there thinking you have 15 minutes to live, you're certainly not thinking about anything other than love. You're thinking, well, at least I was just thinking about how grateful I am. I was thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for in my life, and I think the only thing, and then what came to my mind is, well, if I had one more day, what would I do? And it was just have fun. You messaged Pat? Okay, cool. Hey, everyone. Hi, Cassandra. You had to stop packing? You have a serious headache? Oh, no. You love and coffee, right? I know. Can you imagine? You guys, can you imagine? Like, I'm never going to hear the end of it now that nothing happened. I guess if we died, I wouldn't have heard the end of it either, too, right? It would have still been wherever we are, when we go, right? And they would have said, do you know what she did? She had in her last 15 minutes, she called her children, and she wanted a cup of coffee. All she said, well, hey, if I'm going to be going, I might as well have some coffee. Guys, I can't help it. I am totally ridiculous, and I get it. I totally get it. So I think I'm going to make a couple of these books. These are so fun, and you make them out of anything. You make them out of whatever you have. The only thing I would suggest is that you put a product packaging, a thicker thing on the back. So it makes it like a pad, you know, but it's stuff for people to take out. And I've made mine kind of small. These are like, oh, I don't know how big are they. I think they're 4 by 6. Because the reason I made them that size was because Susan gave me these really cool foam sheets, and I wanted to include one in it. So I think that's what I'm going to make. So if you guys want to make along, or make whatever you want. Or just tell me what's on your crafty table. I always love to hear what's on your crafty table, because you guys do make so many cool things. Hey, Gertie, Brenda's mom. Welcome, welcome. Jan says when a tornado was headed for her house, she called her mother, and it missed you by 2 blocks. Oh, my gosh, Jan. That must have been totally scary. Gertie, welcome to my craziness. We're happy you're here. You're learning how to use YouTube, Gertie? Awesome. Gertie, watch out. If you come and watch me, I paint on trash. Somebody told me that I'm a trash hoarding enabler. Which is totally true. I am a trash hoarding enabler. I mean, as far as, but you know what, you guys, I do recycle. I do let go of my stuff. I don't hold on to all of it. So I don't, you know, I'm not totally a trash hoarding enabler. I mean, I do let go of some of it. And I recycled. Who was it that wrote their post that they were like letting go of stuff? And I told you guys that I took some stuff to the recycling. But I did. You guys would have had such a good laugh. Patty was there, and I said, you need to bow your head in a moment of silence. And he's like, what? So you need to bow your head in the moment of silence. We have to give thanks for this. And I folded up my some cereal boxes and some stuff that I had to let go of. I didn't have to let go of it, but at some point you go, okay, how many do I need this week? Because they eat a lot of cereal in my house. Scotty did. Scotty wrote the most hilarious post. She said, what did you say, Scotty? You said, I threw away a brown bag and I had to run out. I threw away in the kitchen and I had to leave really fast. I can totally relate. You guys, I totally can relate. I can relate. Hey, Tris. Donna. Well, here's the ones that I made that don't have any clips on them yet because, you guys, I haven't found my box of tiny clips. But I put them all on one clip so you could see them. So if you guys go back and make them, they're so fun. And you know what? It's kind of fun to receive as Happy Mail, too. If you have a die cutting machine, it's kind of fun to use all your, like, odd die cuts. Or a punch. Like, this is a big oval punch. But I enjoy making them. They're kind of fun. I can't even tell you. Guys, somebody asked me the other day, like, what did I enjoy making the most? Because I've made all kinds of art my whole life. And I said, I don't know, but I do have an affinity for paper. I mean, I love all sorts of paper crafting. But I also sew. So for a long time, I made all kinds of really cool things, like quilted. And my quilts, as you can tell, if I'm painting on junk mail, my quilts were not like, because I can't do anything like the way other people do it. And I can't draw a straight line or cut a straight line, and I just have to go with that. I can't I gotta be good with however it is. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Krista. What did you say? You cut up junk mail envelopes all day? Ooh, good for you. Getting ready to jelly print? Oh my gosh. You know what? Isn't jelly printing addictive? Does anybody else have a jelly printing issue problem? I think I know I do. I totally have jelly printing problems. I am not gonna lie there. So, you guys, if you make them with like 15 to 20 pages, they aren't very expensive to mail out. So you could send them out to a bunch of different people, and it's kind of fun, especially if you're like us and you will cut them up and use them in your artwork. Like, I would never expect somebody to use this whole painted paper. Like, I usually tear it up and use it in my collages or stuff like that. That's what I do, but it's kind of fun to receive, I don't know. It's kind of fun to receive some Happy Mail like this. Hello, my name is Lisa. I'm a jelly printing addict. You like to see my quilt someday? Well, I will happily show you. You guys, one day I'll give you guys a tour of my house. I can't right now because I'm in the middle of anyway, we don't want to talk about my ridiculousness, my reorganizing ridiculousness. But I actually have a quilt. I use a quilt top in where I sleep in my bedroom as a curtain. It's a beautiful green, eclectic looking quilt top is the curtain in my room. It is the curtain in my room, so I use it all the time. No, Susan, what did you say? What's your good news? That you're almost packed? Are you almost packed? You guys go over and subby to each other. You are going to meet some of your crafty best friends here, and everyone has so much to offer. Yep, some of the cutoffs can be turned into paper beads. I also make them into tags and tabs. I gave away my favorite junk mail journal that I've made in a really long time, and I made it with you guys. I don't know how long ago I made it, but when I was cleaning up my craft space, one of my daughter's friends came over, and she saw it, and she just kept holding it. She was helping my college-age daughter put together a bed. They decided they were going to put together this this metal bed, and because I hurt my shoulder, I said, I'm not helping you. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not the last thing I need to do is hurt myself worse. And so she and my daughter were talking, and then she was like, what is this? And anyway, she found, it was by far, I think, my favorite one that I've made in a really long time. And she just kept holding it and holding it and holding it. And finally, before she left, I said, oh, you can have it. But in that journal, what made me think of it is she said making paper beads. I had made all the tabs from that in that journal from the junk mail. I had made some beads out of it too. That's what made me think of it. I had made it from, you guys ever get those credit card statements where they show you, or bank card statements where they show you all the different colors of credit cards you could get, like if you wanted a custom one with a rainbow on it or a dog on it or whatever. So I made all the tabs of this journal from the credit card bits, from the patterns of those little credit card things. And I had made some paper beads out of a similar piece of junk mail, and they came out amazingly well. And so, you guys, I guess I am a junk mail hoarder. Actually, I let go of a bunch, but I am a junk mail hoarder, I won't lie. I have a thing for junk mail. Hi, Mary Kay. How are you? So both of my grandmothers quilted. Now, one of my grandmothers, my father's, none of them are here any longer. My parents aren't here either. I think we were talking about that the other night, but both of my grandmothers were quilters. Now, my dad's mother, I'm from Texas originally, so she lived in East Texas, in the middle of the state of Texas, and a lot of her quilts, she was an amazing quilter. And I don't think she got a television until I was like 10 or something. So she didn't get a television until in the 70s. And so she quilted and gardened, and anyway, she had a radio, so she liked to listen to that. But she always had she had actually two, big, the big stretcher bars that you stretch your quilts over, right? Two really enormous ones in one of the rooms in her home. So she was always quilting. So in the summer she would quilt piece on the front porch, like sit in peace, make peace. She quilted by hand. I guess I should preface it by saying that. She quilted by hand, and she would piece in the summer, and she would quilt in the winter, quilt them all because it was so cold in the winter. And she had, how many grandchildren did she have? Okay, 4, 7. She had 11 grandchildren. She had 11 grandchildren, and she made each one of us a quilt every year. She had 11 grandchildren and 3 children. And she made all of us a quilt every year. So you could pick the quilt you wanted, or you could put it in your special order. So I have several that she's made me. Although thinking about it now, like one of them she gave me a quilt when I was about 14 years old, and she said, I may not be alive when you get married, so I want you to keep this as your wedding quilt. So you can imagine giving a 14-year-old a quilt and saying, this is your wedding quilt. But, so I was like, that was one of those things where you don't forget anything like that. You don't forget your grandmother telling you this is your wedding quilt, right? And mine it was red tulips. I was very into red, so mine were red tulips. It was a red tulip quilt. It was beautiful. You guys realize this? So how old was I when she passed? She passed when I must have been close to 30. Maybe I was in my late 20s. And she was 90. She was like 95, I guess. So some of the fabric that she had was really, really old. And a lot of the fabric that some of her earlier quilts were feed sacks. And she passed away, she must be gone. She's gone about 20 at least 22 or 3 years. Anyway, maybe longer than that because maybe she's gone about 25 years. Anyway, so you can imagine like some of the quilts that I have, I love them, but the fabric is not, the fabric doesn't hold up because it's so old. Well, Fiona, her quilts were beautiful. What was amazing is you could see like the difference in the, as she like aged, right? So, because our eyesight wanes, right? But so the early on, the quilts, the earlier quilts were like very intricately sewn. Like all the hand stitching was just perfect and pristine, and all the applique, like the one that I had that was the tulip one that I honestly don't have anymore because it completely fell apart, and I cut it up when it totally disintegrated. I cut it up and made it into other things for my daughter, so she would have. I cut it up and put swatches of fabric in like a crazy quilt for her. But the stitching was amazing, right? But then as she got older, because her eyesight was so poor, right, she started quilting entirely different. And one of the last quilts she made is on my bed now, and it is, I love it, and it is not the prettiest colors of anything, but it is just, I feel like I'm wrapped in her energy every day, and I love it. It's not, by far, definitely wasn't the nicest ones, and the stitches are really big because, she was like in her mid-90s when she passed. And she quilted, I think, up until like maybe 3 or 4 months before she passed. What's that? What did I miss? Oh, Lily, sending you love. And sending your grandma love too. Sending you love. Wow, Karen, but look, you have something she made you, right? Hi, Anne. Hi, Laura. We're happy to see you. How are you? So, no, I wasn't planning on coming on today, but I've had a morning. I've had a day already. So I feel like, I need a little crafting, need a little exhale. And thanks to Jamie, Jamie was telling me her funny boob story, and then just said, "Come hang out." So I said, "Okay." It seems everybody else is like out and having fun. So you guys see these like crazy, I know you guys all have these pads that you get. Like this one's an AARP one, and this one is, I don't know what this one is. This one's from like, this is like some lecture series. And I don't, when people find out I make recycled art, they give me all kinds of stuff. But these are great to print on. So don't throw away, or even if you get them, a lot of people get them and don't keep them. Jamie was telling me her boob story. Her boob story was, you can tell your boob story. Jamie was like, she was thinking it was Amazon coming because she'd ordered some stuff. And it was from Nate. We're bringing her presents. From where did he come from? Thailand? Did he just come? And Jamie said she answered the door in her pajamas, obviously braless. And then like you're trying to be all kind and sweet and everything, but you're probably thinking the whole time, Jamie, were you thinking the whole time, this is ridiculous. He needs to go home. My boobs, you guys. And I haven't seen I didn't see my neighbors today. The old couple who told me thank you for the show. I haven't seen them today, but I'm sure that I'll see them in a little bit walking their dog. You grew up with quilts your grandmother made, Cassandra, and you miss them? You can always quilt. Yeah, so he brought you all kinds of cool stuff from Thailand, yeah, Jamie? It's always that awkward moment when you realize that you're like wearing something and they're like not gonna leave. What did you say? Oh my gosh, were you guys there when Lizzie told that story about feminine products. Oh my gosh, when she was using them for a part of her doll, I laughed so hard I cried. I love her. If you guys haven't subbied to her, go over and subby to Elizabeth Brewer. She is awesome. Elizabeth Brewer is awesome. You guys got to go over subby to her. You've never owned a hand-stitched quilt, Cindy? Ooh! Oh my gosh, they're just amazing. When I used to go visit my grandmother in the summer, you know, so I was telling you that one grandmother made these beautiful hand-stitched quilts. That's my dad's mother. Now, my mother's mother, she also made hand-stitched quilts, but my mother's mother lived in the city, lived in a big, well, compared to my dad's mother. And her quilts were completely different. You know, my grandmother, the one that lived in the middle of nowhere in the country, her quilts were very, they weren't rustic, but they were just, I guess maybe it was the choice of fabrics. They were, you could see even if they did the same pattern, they were very different. It was amazing. So my grandma, and so both of them sewed and quilted. But my dad's mom is the one that, like, sewing was like an extension of her arm. So when I was a kid, I would go stay with her for a couple of weeks in the summer, and I loved it. They had a big farm in the middle of East Texas, and you know, a real, like, you guys, their electricity was run by a generator. And so, let me see what other papers I have close by. So, you know, my grandfather would turn the generator off every night. It was ridiculous. You know, it's like really rustic and cool and ridiculous and all that. Guys, I love stuff like this. I don't know what magazine it came from. Real simple. But like, look, isn't it cool? Wouldn't that be great for like a collage? All the book pieces and everything. No, so every year my dad would take me before I would go. Oh, tell me about it, Cindy. And I threw my shoulder out. I just something on my shoulder. That was what the whole bra story was. It was so ridiculous. It was so... Anyway, it's just my ridiculousness. You guys, I cannot live without being ridiculous. I try. I actually attempt to. But it somehow doesn't work out. So my dad would take me, before I would go to my grandmother's house, he would take me to the fabric store. Check this. This is like so crazy, and I think about it now. I don't know if I would do this with my kids, but my dad, I don't know, whatever. He was himself. My family was very eccentric, as if you haven't figured that out yet. He would take me to the fabric store, and I would buy any kind of fabric I wanted, and I would go there with all this fabric, and then I would just tell my grandmother what I wanted, and she would sew it. And you guys, the one thing is my grandmother could not read, and she could not write. She could sign her name, and that was it. So she would construct a pattern from newspaper like nothing you've seen. It was like amazing. She would construct this amazing patterns and make me the coolest clothes. I can't even tell you. They were so amazing. And she would make it out of like whatever fabric I had brought. And you know, think about it. An 8-year-old, what do you buy when you're 8? You buy like sparkly things. Yeah, I think it would be too, Kara. It's a great suggestion. Kara says it would be a great way to store backgrounds from magazines in a handmade pull-out paper pad. You're right. I think it's so good. These are 4x6 because this is, Susan gave me this amazing foam. And if you haven't gotten this Kids Fun foam, you can make some really cool stamps with it. And Carla made some great stamps. If you guys haven't gone over and checked out her videos, Carla Cage Fish, she makes some concentric circle stamps, and I have some somewhere, and if the circle spot, I'll show them to you. Hey, Elizabeth. And so, she gave, so I made them that size, but you can make them any size you want to make them. I mean, it's up to you. Guys, there's no rules. If you don't know me well enough to know by now, there's no rules. No rules at all. So he would take me and let me buy whatever fabric I wanted. So think about it. When you're 8, you're all into sparkles. And when you're, you know, and my grandmother never flinched. She would make me whatever. And she had treadle machine, you know, the kind of machine you push with your feet. Oh my God, I love that thing. It's awesome. She was great. So she was amazing. And guess what I have? Coffee. And I still have my ridiculous sinus cough weird thing. Bye, Sass. See you again. So you guys, that's my life. Hey, Tris, how are you? We're good. You must still be 8, Mary Kay? No, I just look at I think about it because, you know, like it's documented in those old Polaroid pictures that my dad and I would take, you know. And my grandmother, you guys have to realize they lived in East Texas. So, like, and I lived in a city. I lived near Houston. So it was like, for me, I'm coming to see them. And I'm like, you know, compared to everybody else that was around there, I was probably like some, you know, considered some city chick. So can you imagine my grandmother makes me like some pink taffeta dress for me to go to church with her. And she lived in, because she lived in a very rustic, I don't even know the population of the town. Because the town had, I think it had one stop sign. I'm sorry, you guys. Listening. I'm going to see if I can find Carla's card really quick. She sent me the most beautiful card from England. She made me a cool card. Now, I like stuff like this, even like this, because do you guys ever, like, these would make those hidden paper, really cool hidden paper clips. Like, let me see if I can find a punch. Like, this would make the best, the coolest hidden paper clip. Right. Let's see, I'm going to have to cut some of the bottom off. So, this is how my head works, and I am not telling you, if yours doesn't work this way, please don't even think about it. This is how my head works, okay? So, I like this cat, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to cut it off enough to know that it's a cat. And the only thing about cutting thin magazine pages is you usually need to double them because they don't cut that well, and don't really cut that well in anything. I guess they'll cut really well in a die cutting machine, but I just don't want to rip it because it'll rip the cat part. Let me see if I can. Next time when I do the dog, I'll put 2 pieces in it. Okay, this will make a really cool hidden paper clip. So I'm going to keep that for my hidden paper clip. For my journaling charm or my paper clip embellishment. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do 2 layers. If you do 2 layers, it always works. Some magazines do better things than others, and I think that I like the texture of this magazine, Real Simple, and I like the texture of a Wine Spectator magazine. But if you're going to cut them with anything, you need to double it because it just, I don't know why, the paper is like so thin that it cuts better. But it has a matte finish on the paper, so I think the matte finish part is the part I like. And let me see if I can get the dog in there good enough so I'm not totally cutting it off so you know it's a dog. Guys, I don't do every single thing like this. Maybe I'll glue it down on something. I don't do every single thing like this, but sometimes, like, I don't know. Who is it? I made somebody a cat journal. Somebody wanted something and I made a bunch of cat things. And so when you're looking for something specific like that, you definitely want to, you know, I like using magazines when I can. So, you guys, it has been so quiet now after all that ridiculousness this morning. What? Scotty says she's not lacking in quilts. She says she's going to donate one to the Johnny Cash Museum because her grandmother and his mother quilted it. Oh, Johnny Cash's grandmother and your grandmother and Johnny Cash's mother quilted in a group of ladies. Oh my gosh, Scotty, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Who doesn't love Johnny Cash? Everybody loved Johnny Cash. Everyone loved Johnny Cash. I can't think of anyone that didn't love Johnny Cash. Can you? Johnny Cash was like amazing. I think he sang with so much heart and so much soul. What do you guys think? Renee says Johnny Cash is one of her all-time favorites. Is it like a crazy quilt, Scotty? What kind of quilt is it? Can you tell us what kind of quilt it is? That one didn't come out as good. But the cat one's good. The dog one could use... I have another one of these just like that, so I'll have to go through and see if I can retrieve it better. So Scotty, was it a crazy quilt? What kind? No, these punches aren't. These are Stampin' Up! Punches, and they actually work fairly good. Those EK Success punches can be a little rough. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any better success than I do, but see, that one cut better because I doubled it up. And this is really the only image. It has a rooster on it. Not that I'm going to need it, but you never know. You never know. So, what projects are... You guys, I made myself a book, and I call it my Crafty Wish List. And it's got a bunch of stuff on it that I want to make, that I haven't made yet. And do you guys have anything like that? Do any of you have a crafty wish list like that? Where you're like thinking like, hey, you know, I'm thinking I might, I don't know, maybe you'll make a quilt, or maybe you'll make, I don't know. So I got a couple things like that going on. Does anybody else? Anybody else got a crafty wish list? Oh, I love you, Fee. Each family did a square and embroidered the names around the square. It was a pinwheel quilt. Ooh. Scotty, do you have a picture of it? I would love to see it. Take a picture and post it in our group. You know, I think for many cultures, quilting was really the only way. Quilting and tapestry was the only way for women to express themselves. And sometimes if you look at some of those old quilts, they're just amazing and beautiful. You're moving, Cindy? Where are you moving to, Mama? You're moving your crazy, amazing craft room? Where are you moving? Do you use a project book? Oh, cool. You have a crafty wish list, Karen? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff on mine, okay? I have, like... I want to make a... Like, I've got, like, I want to make a velvet... You're moving to South Carolina? Where are you moving to? Did you see what Susan wrote? You have a dragonfly puncher? That's cool. I want to see that, Mary Kate. You've got it boxed in your Jeep. You should take a picture of it, though, before you give it away. Susan's singing Johnny Cash. I've got, well, what did you say? Oh my God. So Susan is right. She's using Johnny Cash's words to use from our ridiculous, oh my God, what was his name? Not Hot Pants. What was his name? Pocket Man. She says, I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my fly wide open all the time. I keep my pants up with a ball of twine. If you were mine, I'd pull the twine and you'd pull my twine. You're so ridiculous. I love you, Susan. You're ridiculous. You're moving 25 minutes from Myrtle Beach? Oh my God, Cindy. Are you serious? Where? You have to tell me the town, because that's been on our, I mean, Myrtle Beach has been where we've been talking about moving. And after today, can I tell you, I looked at him and I said, I don't even know whether to laugh or to cry or to think that this is like an omen or what, but this is ridiculous. Moving to Loris. I don't know where Loris is. Do you know anyone there, or are you just doing it? Okay, you guys have to watch out for Susan. She's the popo, and she will definitely, you have to watch out. She'll put you in the corner, she'll time you out, and she'll delete your comments with her big toe. Your in-laws and other relatives? Well, that's cool. Yeah, we've been thinking about moving to North Myrtle Beach. I love that area. Okay, let me preface it by saying I don't like snakes and bugs like that, but you know, can't have everything. Congratulations! When are you moving? So you're leaving the cold. Well, I mean, does still get cold in the Carolinas. Like my friend sent me a picture of her front yard. It has snow in it, and she lives in Charleston. So these I would use for, like, some of this would be good for collage, but I like the bubbles on the page. You know? And I love this page. Like, look, isn't that cool with the flag? And she's got such a pretty face. I may cut her out so you can keep her. Congratulations, Cindy. Loris is west of Myrtle Beach. Oh, cool. West of North Myrtle Beach. Oh, cool. Well, I don't know. You know what? We've got so much stuff going on. Karen, EK6000 will work on your glasses. The problem with EK6000 is it just has a really strong smell, and I don't know if the smell even goes away once it dries. So if you're putting it on your face, you might, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I think it will work on your glasses, but I don't know about I don't know about the smell. Does anybody have anything to put in there? You closed February 5th? Well, congratulations. Oh no, Susan, she's going to put you in the corner? What happened? The smell, so Cindy says the smell goes away. So there you go. There you can use it on your glasses. So you guys go over to Cindy's channel and look at her craft room before she moves, so you guys can have craft room envy. She's got the most amazing craft room. Are you going to have the same kind of craft room there? Are you going to be that? Are you going to be that lucky? Because didn't your husband just finished your craft room, didn't he, Cindy? Now, when did he finish your craft room? Like a year ago? Huh, you don't want to stab your eye with happy arm. I totally. Please, we don't talk about glasses. I told you guys that Hottie's glasses the other day. Your hubs will rebuild. Oh, Brenda, big hugs. No, I'm safe. But, you know, it was more than the safe part. It was just like when you have this epiphany that, you know, like all the stuff you're really worried about, none of it really matters. None of it. Absolutely none of it. None of it matters, right? But just, you know, I know the next time you guys have a cup of coffee, you'll be thinking about me going in Shelly's last 15 minutes of life. She wanted a cup of coffee. Oh, Hottie will never let me live that down. Okay, I am sure I will hear about that forever. Good night, Brenda. We love you. Big hugs. Big, huge hugs, Miss Bren. Cindy, you're lucky he'll rebuild for you. If you guys, I'm serious, you guys go over to Cindy's channel, Cindy Utter, and check out her craft room, her current craft room in her soon-to-be old house. You will have tremendous craft room envy. And then you can see her craft room. Well, then we all can wait to see her craft room in her new house. What is the original scrap box? I don't know. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm sorry. That happens. Hi, Sarita. It's 4:27 in the morning in South Africa, in Pretoria. Sarita, how far is Pretoria from Cape Town? I mean, I guess I could Google it. Hi, Cheryl. All you lurky lurkers say hi. All you lurky lurkers say hi. Okay, so where is everybody from? And please, what's expensive, Samantha? I didn't see you said it's expensive. That's what it is, but you'll drool over it. What, her craft room, or are we talking about something else? Oh, the original scrap box. You guys, I can't fit my stuff in the original scrap box. You're talking about that fold-up thing? Oh, please. Girls, I'm not a neat crafter. It would not do me any good. Okay, let's see where everybody's from. Amarillo, Texas. Tacoma, Washington, Canada. Hi, Elaine. Australia. Michigan, New York City, Indiana, Jacksonville, Florida, India, Colorado, Cameron Park, California, Sydney, Australia. Jamie lives in Colorado. St. Albans, UK. Melbourne, Florida, Riverside, Rhode Island, Southwest Florida, Noblesville, Indiana. Arkansas, Houston, Texas, East Tennessee, Massachusetts, Richmond, Virginia, New Mexico, Chicago. And we know Pretoria and Rosebud, Victoria, Australia, and we know that Sarita is from Pretoria, South Africa. Why are you going to kill your cat? We love your cat. Why did you even shave your cat, Scotty? You're from Oklahoma, Dawn? Awesome. Firestone, Colorado. College Station. Oh, Alta, I had some great times in College Station. We are worldly. Tanya. Where are you from, Tanya? And I live in Maui, on the beautiful island of Maui in Hawaii. You listen every other time. I love music too. I listen to all kinds of music. What did Boo do? What did Boo do now? Hi, VA. So tell us, Karen, tell us again about your scrap room. I'm sorry I missed it because everybody started typing in there. You subby to everybody. Oh, Cindy, you're such a rock star. But everybody go subby over and check out Cindy's channel. You guys are going to be like, first of all, she does some floor, but you're going to really, you're going to be, you know, you're going to have some craft room envy. Okay, so somebody's going to ask me, why did I take this? I love the patterns around the food. I won't necessarily use the food in a collage, but the patterns of the china, and there's one on each side. So that's how I do magazines, but I don't know how you guys pick out what you're going to put or keep, or I don't know how it actually works for all of you, but that's what I do. I like that. Mary Kay was telling everybody about a retreat yesterday, and I know a bunch of you asked about it. So maybe Mary Kay, if you're here, maybe you can tell everybody about the retreat. Hi, Edna. Hi, Edna. How are you? And how is your family? Hey, Lisa. So if you guys haven't subbed to It's Nana's Place, go over and check out Tracy's channel. Okay, so she does this book called What is it called, Tracy? Is it called the Juicy Paper Book? The Juicy Book? What is it? What do you call it? So Karen says, the last 2 houses, she had a cabinet surplus storage 1 hour away, and I put in craft rooms and a countertop. Ooh, good. This house already had a crafting area, a great big one. We don't want to talk about my couch surfing crafting area, okay? My couch surfing crafting area is ridiculous. I've been on about an hour, Vic. Okay, there's Cindy's channel. She put Cindy's channel in now. You guys all go subby. You can also see, if you see their name on the left, you can click on that, and then it'll give you an opportunity to subby. So anyway, back to It's Nana's Place. Her name is Tracy, and she's a cool, very cool, trashy artist like me. And she made this book called, what are you calling it, Trace? You're calling it the, anyway, you guys have to go over and look at it. It's a more recent book, and it's called, Renee, what is it called? Oh, Susan just posted It's Nana's Place link in there too. So you guys go subby. But Tracy made this really cool, I'm going to make one. I haven't done it yet. She made this really juicy books, is what she calls them. So she made these really juicy, painty paper, inky books, which are so cool. And I am certainly sure that once I make one, I'll have to make another. I can tell it's a little addictive. But you guys go over and check it out. I think you'll like it. And you don't have to, you just have to, you could do it with food coloring, right, Trace? You did your maps with food coloring, right? You didn't do your maps with Tim Holtz, did you? Okay, you guys, eventually I'm going to make the book. I need a few more pages. I want to get enough so that I can make like 2 books at a time, at least. Because, quite frankly, you want to have at least 2 of these. And you could do this easier if you didn't use the paper cutter, definitely. I told you guys my ridiculous paper cutter story, so I only have the big Mongo come from a high school kind of paper cutter. Because that's what Hottie got me. So Renee says the books are heavenly, okay? So Scotty's saying the reason that she cut Boo's hair off Boo's for Cat is that she's a long-haired Persian and she doesn't do well with her personal hygiene. Oh my God. And that when she's hungry, she doesn't meow, she just scratches on balls and antiques. Yeah, that would be a problem. You got a phone book to do her juicy book, Anne? Oh, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. You guys come on over and join our Facebook group. It's called Crafting Mamas. You can post any type of craft. You don't have to be a paper crafter, because I know some of you aren't. You can post any type of craft. And we would always love to see the projects that you make, especially if you make them. Especially if you make like Tracy's Juicy Books. Come and post them so Tracy can see. We all love to see the projects that you guys make. Food coloring ink is awesome. Cool. So what do? You just do straight food coloring? Or do you do food coloring and alcohol? What do you do for your ink? Hey, Kathy. Kathy, I wasn't planning on being on. I just had a momentary emotional moment. And Jamie happened to be the recipient of my emotional moment, and she's like, I missed the stream last night, but I got to hear all about you running around without a bra on, and why don't you come on and do something or hang out? Those things are on your wish list, Fee. You've never owned a quilt, Sarita, either? Girls, you gotta just make yourself a quilt. You gotta just make yourself a quilt. If you guys don't get to go see anything at all, so Wilton food coloring mixed with water and alcohol. No alcohol or water and alcohol. Renee says the Wilton food coloring gel's diluted with water and alcohol. Okay. I guess I did need some love. I didn't even know I needed it. I guess I've just been in sort of like a shock. You know, I've been like, I don't know. Because I wouldn't wish my day on anyone. I wouldn't wish my day on Tuesday on Wednesday on anyone either. Me running down the street. Oh my gosh. So, guys, my life seems ridiculous. Today seemed completely surreal and ridiculous. I was like thinking, this is unbelievable. Susan wants to know what's weighty, Renee. You guys don't get me started on autocorrect. The autocorrect nightmare. You guys know my autocorrect ridiculousness. Autocorrect is just mean. Okay? It's just plain mean. Right, Cindy? It's awesome. Vicky says, no bra, meaning drag them on the rug. Nothing like a rug burn on your girls. Oh my God. Oh my God, Vic. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Weighty is Renee's accent, she says. She says her keyboard knows her language. Your keyboard's keyed into your lingo. You're so ridiculous, you guys. I love you. That is so ridiculously funny. Guys, I didn't notice this on the back, but it's a pair of pantyhose hanging from a clothesline. So I guess we'll be putting that in there too. You need one of those books, Cindy? Wait till you see the one she did with a, did you see the one she did with a dictionary? It's like amazing. She did one with a dictionary that looks really great. She did one with maps. She did one with maps a long time ago. You're sending the one to Carrie for letters to her granddaughter? You know what? See, Trace, I love you. Our friend Carrie lost her son unexpectedly, and he left his daughter. And how old is she? She's little. She's like 3 or something, or 2, or she's young. And I think it's awesome that you are doing that. Can you guys tell I liked The Fish and the Rooster? I had issues with The Fish and the Rooster. Don't ask me why, but I liked it. Okay, I liked The Fish and the Rooster, and I don't know why, because I just have to like The Fish and the Rooster. Messy Maps. So everybody head over and watch her Messy Map video. It's super good. Mary Kay, I have not used a fuse, but Kara says she likes hers. I've just used a regular wood burner to make my plastic, to do that. To do what you do with a fuse. And if you buy a regular wood burning set, they come with all these tips. And you can get a tip that works just the same way a fuse does. Your husband had, Tanya's saying her husband has relatives in Florida, Michigan, Illinois, Poland, and Germany. Where do you live, Tanya? And you may have said it, and it just skipped. I wasn't looking up, and it just went by really fast. Cindy, are you going to go to Creativation? Are you heading to that? And it's if Miss Barb is still here, is Miss Barb Owen going to head to Creativation? For those of you that really enjoy live streams, tomorrow Carla, Caged Fish, does a Football Widows stream at 2 o'clock Eastern. And I think, yes, Barb is going. Oh, good. Then that means we'll get a video from it. So we'll get to live vicariously through Barb. Scotty, do you have the 411? Racing, you're going? Well, I watched last year when Race went on his own, and you were doing your thing, Barb. I'm excited. Good for you. We can live vicariously through you. You're streaming January 3rd. Okay, so everybody mark this on your calendar. Barb is streaming January 21st from Creativation. So if you guys don't get to go to Creativation, you can watch Barb and Race. She'll be broadcasting on that Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern if all goes well. So mark that on your calendars, 2 p.m. Eastern, January 21st from Creativation. And that's like the whole paper crafting, scrapbooking, like convention, you know, like where they show all the newest products and all that sort of stuff. And it's really cool. You know, when I was a jeweler, I used to go to that. You're not going this year, Cindy? It was strange when fans saw you. Oh, I think it's awesome, Cindy, that they see you. You're trying to understand what I'm doing. Okay, Cheryl, I'm making one of these books. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So I'm making one of these scrap paper pad books. Okay, and so I'm cutting up all kinds of odd pieces to include in this book. This is like, so I made a bunch of them, but I mailed them all out, so I don't have them. I have this one left. So all you need to do is just, it's sort of like painty paper, scrapbook paper on the go. You could do this with scrapbook paper. If you guys have, I was inspired by this. I have a friend, and she lives in Japan. Her name is Riko. And if you go to my other video where I did this, I posted her channel. And at the end of this video, I'll post her channel too. So she made one with beautiful scrapbooking paper. But you guys, I don't roll like that. So this is all kinds of my painty papers and stuff like this. So the idea of it is you can take it, I mean, I think it's like postcard size, right? Isn't it a standard postcard 4x6? But I put all kinds of different size papers in here. And this is like a piece from a magazine because I thought it was cool. And I made I made paperclip embellishments from it too. You see? So from that same page. And so the idea is that you take it out and use it. And I'm just using, Susan sent me this cool pad of, or this cool package of that foam, and I've made some stamps with it. And so I added one of those in it. Now what's cool about it is, you know, these junk mail envelopes that you get for the window, if you put one of those in there, right, you can just put some bits and pieces. Now some of the ones I've sent out, I've made like crazy painty backgrounds on this cardboard. And then I made washi tape out of masking tape. You do need to glue the top, and I'll show you because we'll do it together. So that's what I'm making. Where is Saginaw? I don't know where Saginaw is. That's where you live? You say you live there, Elizabeth? In Saginaw? Wow, Tanya, you got family all over, girl. You're a Tim Holtz fangirl? No, I didn't sew it. I glued it. It's like the easiest thing ever. You glue it like you glue a paper pad. You know, like the paper pad that you get at like if you go and stay in a hotel. You know what I'm talking about? The paper pads that you would get there. The ones that are like sitting by the phone. I glued the top of it. I'll show you. We'll do it together. I'm just gonna cut a couple more. I have some other papers over here next to me. Let me see if I've got. I want a few more. I want some more variety. I need some variety. And I want to find an envelope, whether it's a painty one or not. I want to find an envelope to put in it. Okay, and then, because then I can add some stuff in it. So I love saving pages like this. Do you see? I think they're really cool. Like this one has all these paintbrushes on it. That'll be great for a collage. I didn't sew it, Cheryl. I just glued it. You live Tim Holtz too? I think everyone lives Tim Holtz. Why do you have coffee out of your nose? What happened now? What did I miss? Did I say something wrong? You know what? The way I'm going these days, girls, you know, I just got to let it go. I could have said anything that would have been offensive and not meant it. Totally not meant it. Because I'm never going to be able to live it down. Now that I'm like not in that state of mind, I'm never going to be able to live down that in the last 15 minutes of my life I said I want a cup of coffee. Malia says she loves Tim Holtz, but she loves Tim Holtz on sale. You love Tim Holtz half price. You love the clearance Tim Holtz. You love Tim Holtz clearance. Malia, I don't want you to worry, okay? We're all sending you love and prayers. So you guys know Malia's having a baby. She's having baby Vera May. Baby, and then she went and had baby Vera May's breech, and she went and had baby Vera May. She went and had baby Vera May turned, and baby Vera May turned back. So we love you, Malia. Okay, Tanya, I just have to ask. I've missed like a whole bunch of the whole thing. I missed a whole lot of stuff. Why are we like, we're telling where every person in your family lives? Is that what we're doing? I missed it. Tim Holtz showed a sneak peek of the products today. I missed the sneak peek of Tim Holtz. Anne said she just bought a bunch of Tim Holtz at Tuesday morning. Do you think he knows how much we talk about him? Do you think Tim Holtz actually knows how much everyone talks about him? Everybody's telling you to stand on your head. Malia, I've never had a breech birth, so I can't tell you, but I don't know how easy. If you're going to stand on your head, you better have your hubby close by to help you. What did you see in the Tim Holtz sneak peek? Tim Holtz does have fabric. He has got some good fabric. You think Tim Holtz knows how much everybody talks about him? Someone posted a Vagabond for 20 bucks. Did you buy it, Cassandra? Oh, you know what? What did Scotty say? Oh my God. Scotty, you're ridiculous. You know what I wanted to... Brian has been training himself to deliver the baby. No, really, Malia? Oh, Malia, we love you. You've never heard of Tuesday Morning, Karen? Oh, no. It will be all downhill if you go. It is worthwhile, but it is cheap. And you guys, where I live, there are very little craft supplies, okay? Anyway, so when I go visit my sister, I make her take me to... and my sister lives in North Carolina, in Charlotte, and I make her take me to Tuesday Morning. So the last time I went, which was like a couple of years ago, because she usually comes here. The last time I went, I don't buy anything really. I had to buy a suitcase to bring it all home. I had to buy a suitcase to bring it all home, and then on top of it, are you ready for this? I had to send home a game board box, flat rate box, because the paper was so heavy. The paper was so heavy, it was going to make my luggage be overcharged. Does that make you laugh? So, Tuesday Morning, Karen, go at your own risk. Enter at your own risk. So speaking of die cutting machines, somebody posted in another group, but I can't remember what group, but someone posted that that HSN has Cuddlebugs 50% off. You have to use a coupon, which I can't remember what it is, but so it makes them like $30 or something. I don't know what the shipping is, but for all of you who are holding out and not wanting I don't own a Cuddlebug, so I can't tell you. I have no input on whether you like them or not. Scotty has a new career. What's your new career? What's your new career, Scotty? You really have. Susan, what is it something we should? Is it something we can know about, Scotty? Is your new career something we can know about? We're gonna just send Miss Vera May. We're just gonna send Miss Vera May. Everybody, just for like take a second. Let's send love to Miss Vera May, Miss Baby Vera May, and we're just gonna send Baby Vera May love, and we're gonna send her the thought: Baby Vera May, turn around. Baby Vera May, turn around. Baby Vera May, turn around. So we're sending her love and thoughts, so she's going to turn around so you don't have to go through anything. I don't think it's the new Cuttlebug Mini. Is the Cuttlebug Mini normally $70, Edna? Is the new Cuttlebug $70 or whatever, $80? I don't know. They just posted it in one of the groups I was in. And I saw it. Somebody in our group was talking about wanting birthing farm animals. Oh no, Scotty, that's your new vocation? Girl, have at it. Not me. I think I'll pass on that one. If you know anybody, Cindy, I'm good for die cutting machines. I have a Vagabond and I have a Sizzix Big Shot. Somebody sent me a Vagabond. One of my friends did. But in our group, there's a lot of people that come and they're not necessarily paper crafters, and they start, and then it can get really intimidating. I invite all of you, please check out your local Craigslist ads or and stuff like that before you go and before you go. Cindy, I'm a die cutting fool. I have die cutting things that I don't even know. Anyway. So Baby Vera May, we're all sending you, Baby Vera May, we love you. These are your crafting mamas, and we love you very much, and we're excited to see you and welcome you to this crazy crafting world. But we would like you to turn yourself around. Can you just turn yourself around and head on out, head first? I don't know if it's the Anna Griffin. You guys, I am so... Yeah, Renee says, Baby Vera May, you're looking the wrong way. Susan says she's scared of Craigslist. There was a Lifetime movie. Okay, so let me tell you my Craigslist story, and then you guys can be scared of it or not. So I wanted some dies, and you know me, I can't stand the landfill thing. And you living on an island, you see everything gets stuck in a landfill. Okay, I'm not going to use the tuna fish, but this is cool. The pattern, the texture of maybe I'll just make some tabs out of it. Anyway, so I started looking on Craigslist. I started looking on the Craigslist. They have one. They have a way that you can type it in. Let me big enough. They have a way you can type it in, and you can see all of Craigslist. Meaning Craigslist anywhere in the world, like Craigslist anywhere. Craigslist anywhere in the U.S. And I think it's called One Craigslist, but you guys can Google Craigslist, seeing it in other places. And if you do that, what happens is it'll pull up all the listings. Well, there was a lady in, I don't know, in Long Beach or whatever. I don't know. She was somewhere in California. And she had all these dies, and she wanted like, I don't know, she had 100 dies, and she wanted $100, and they were like Biggs dies, and those dies are expensive. You know, the Biggs dies are those big fat ones. Let's see if I have one close by me. I don't have one close by me, but you know, those really thick steel cut dies, and they can range in price from anywhere from $5 or $6 if you found them on sale, up to $40 or $50, depending upon. And she had all these dies, and so I emailed her, and she was like, no, I'm only selling locally. Well, I don't know how long she had it on there, because I forgot all about it. And then finally I get an email from her one day, and she says, are you still interested in my die cutting, in my dies? And I said, oh, okay, because I'd forgotten all about it because she was like, I'm only trying to sell locally. And I said, yes. And then she said, well, let me just show you the package I'll put together for you. So she was selling like these 100 dies for $100. So she added like 30 or 40 more dies, and she sent me her Vagabond. And all I paid was the $100 plus 2 flat rate boxes, which at that time were like $18 or maybe a little less than that. So for $140, I got like 150 dies plus a Vagabond, which is an electric die cutting machine. So I'm just telling you, I didn't go to her house or whatever, but I'm just telling you. So when you make the back of your pad, okay, so the back is a piece of cardboard. You want to make it just a little bigger than, you want to make the back and the cover just a little bit bigger, okay, because you want it to, protect your paper inside. So I'm just saying, look online. Look, I mean, the lady was like, I guess she'd had it on there later on when she sent me, because I didn't ask her for the Vagabond. She just sent it to me. She goes, you were so easy. You didn't give me a hard time. Renee's saying, Vera May Joan, head down, shoulders in, knees up, and enjoy the ride. Okay, we're sending you that, Vera May. You hear it? So Lisa's saying she found a dog on Craigslist that needed a rehoming because the owner was moving. And I asked if they could bring the dog over for a little while, and she brought him over and said, I'll be back in a few minutes. And she never came back, and you've had him for 9 years. You guys know my dog story, Lisa, but you know what? It was obviously meant to be, because do you love this dog? Well, you guys know my dog came from Facebook, so like seriously, I got a Facebook dog and I wasn't even looking for a dog. Okay, so I'm gonna see. Let me just see. I gotta find a paper for the front cover. Just give me a sec. Give me a second, and I will find a paper for the front cover. So if you guys haven't been here and painted with me before, I am obsessed with painting on magazine covers, and I love them. And I make junk mail. I make envelopes with them, and I don't know, cut them up for other stuff too. He'd been mistreated. Oh no, Lisa. Well, my dog had been mistreated too. Charlie is a Facebook dog. I told you guys my ridiculous Facebook dog story. You've rehomed a dog from Facebook. Well, I'll tell you my Facebook for those. So I'm going to cut a piece of this for the cover, but I like painting on magazine covers. I don't know why I do, but I just do. I think it just takes paint well. And then sometimes like if I'm going to make Happy Mail envelopes or, junk, mail it in and put it in the mail, I usually line the inside. And this one I lined with a piece of an old Japanese book that had fallen apart that I got from the Friends of the Library. But I paint on them and with acrylic paint. I think this one was, I don't know if it was a Vogue or an Elle. It could also be like the thicker magazine insert. Now this is just a regular magazine page that I painted on, and this is from a Sunset magazine, and it's just a regular magazine page. But if I was going to paint them, and if I was going to use this one as a cover, I'd put something on the back of it. Lisa, you're awesome. Good night, Lily. It's totally meant to be. Yours came from a puppy mill? Well, mine came from, okay, so I told you the same lady that I spoke to today, right? The same lady, I was helping her get her stuff, sell her stuff. I was helping her sell her stuff. I was helping her sell her stuff because she was moving to, her mom lived on another island. And I was helping her to, she's lived on this island for like, I don't know, 40 years. And she was letting go of the contents of her home, or most of, she was taking some of it with her, but you know, she was letting go of some of it. So she doesn't know how to use social media very well. Not that I'm some expert or anything, but she doesn't know how to use it very well. So she asked me if I'd help her, and I said, no problem, I'll help you. So I started listing. She would send me photographs of the things she was selling, and I started listing them, and I would list them on, we have like a, you know, like Maui virtual garage sale kind of thing, you know, where you can buy things that people are selling, kind of like Craigslist, but on Facebook. And on there, one night, in the middle of the night, while I'm posting her pictures, because she sent me, oh my God, I can't even tell you guys, she sent me like she would sell one little thing, like it would be like, I'm selling this, and she would take one picture, and then it was like, anyway, hundreds of pictures. So I saw this dog, and you guys, I had just said to Hadi, we are not getting a dog, we are not getting a dog, we are not getting a dog. I said, you guys leave all this stuff for me to take care of. I end up taking care of the dog, I end up taking care of all of it, and I said, I'm done, you know, like, sometimes I've had enough, right? And so he was like, okay. He was like, all right, so we're not going to get a dog. Okay, I must have said it like so many times, and he was like, all right, we're not going to get a dog. We're not going to get a dog. Meanwhile, because every time he would come home from work, he would say, oh, I saw a cute, gosh, what dogs does he like? Not a Jack Russell. French Bulldog. Or I saw a cute boxer. I was like, no, we're not getting a dog. Stop talking about it. We're not getting a dog. So I see this dog, and all I can do is keep thinking about this dog. It's ridiculous. And so the next day, or whatever, I messaged the lady. The lady writes this sob story, and she said, this dog was found wandering on a highway. And she said, the dog was found wandering on a highway. Took the dog to the Maui Humane Society, and the Maui Humane Society was very familiar with the dog, as it had been adopted out several times, okay? Several times. And that happens every time you say no more pets. So, hi, BJ! Well, I'm not going to say no more pets anymore then, because I'm going to tell you, I really am at my limit. But having the rabbit and the cat and the dog in the bed while we were waiting for Doomsday today was too much. Anyway, so she says, you know, that the Maui Humane Society was very familiar with the dog, as the dog had been adopted out several times. Okay, so what does that tell you? So the dog obviously has issues, and they keep bringing the dog back, right? And who knows what happens. So she said, just didn't have the heart. Because see, when you adopt out a dog and you take it back to the Humane, so she took it back to the Humane Society. So I email her, and I just tell her who we are. I say we're a family, tell her, you know, that we have a rabbit and a cat, and we have a yard. Because a lot of people live here and don't have a yard. So I said, we have a yard, and, you know, anyway, she calls me the next day, and she had over 450 people email her about the dog. I don't know why she picked us, but she did. So we go over to see the dog, and the dog, so Hadi and I go over to see, I tell him, I said, we're going over to see a dog, and he's like, what? He said, just told me we weren't having a dog. So we go over and we see the dog crawls right in his lap. And she had 2 other dogs, and she just had a baby, and anyway, the dog did have issues. I mean, she still does, but we're working through it. So evidently what happens when you go to the Humane Society, I didn't know this. Maybe you guys are all familiar with this, but I'm not. I wasn't. Is that when you adopt out a dog, now she, meanwhile, when she found the dog wandering the highway, she somehow tracked down the home it came from. I don't know. She said she was in an SUV, and she got out and started talking to people, and they pointed her to the house where they thought the dog was from. So she found the house where the dog was from, and there was a gardener there, and the gardener said that the people that lived in the house were on vacation for 3 weeks, and that he had been feeding the dog and watering the dog or whatever, and that, you know, the dog had gotten out. And so she was like, well, do they want the dog back? And the gardener goes, no, they don't want the dog back. So then she said, well, I want you to call the owner. So they called the owner, and the owner, so evidently really what it was is I think the dog had so many issues is that the owner and his girlfriend had split up. The girlfriend was back on the island, and I think the girlfriend dumped the dog on the highway. Because where it was, the dog couldn't have gotten there on its own. So I think he dumped the dog on the highway, and that the gardener was left cleaning up after this dog, and the dog was clearly not good. You know, they had done, anyway, so we got this little whippet. She's so cute. She's so sweet. So the lady said she took her back to the Humane Society, and the Humane Society said, well, if you give her back to us, then we have to keep her here for, I don't know, 90 days until the owner relinquishes its right, I don't know, all this stuff. And then the lady at the Humane Society said, quite frankly, you know, the dog has been adopted out so many times that she thought it was best that, you know, maybe I use this piece of junk mail for the other back cover. She thought that it was best that the lady not even do that. So that led me to believe that they would probably put the dog down. And so she kept the dog for, the lady that found her kept the dog for like 3 weeks. So the people gave the permission to take the dog. It wasn't like she took it on her own or whatever after she searched them down. If she locked them down and found them. So she, you know, so we've had the dog ever since. And she's so sweet, you guys. She's the sweetest dog. Yes, she's had a few issues. But you know what? Nothing, I can't understand nothing that would warrant me, like, letting her go. I mean, you know, so we have little Charlie, and Charlie's a whippet, and she's so smart. She is the smartest dog. But she was tiny skin and bones, and now she's gaining weight and drinking my coffee. You guys know my coffee. She was drinking coffee, man. I was like, what are you doing? She gets in my coffee. She's ridiculous. But Lily just informed you tomorrow that you're making lots of cakes and lots of frosting. Oh, that's awesome, Malia. I love cake. Hi, Jillian. Post some pictures, Malia, after Lily and you make your cake. Anyway, we love our Charlie. We've now had her, I don't know, how long have we had her? We got her in May, I guess. You know what? I wasn't even familiar with the Whippet Renee until we got her. We love Whippets, Lurchers, and Greyhounds. I love Greyhounds. Are Lurchers that type of thing? Oh my gosh, Karen. I don't know. Cindy, can you, not Cindy, Susan, can you post my Etsy link? I can't post it, you guys. I've been having Etsy link issues. No, it's there. It's still there. But maybe Susan can post it for us if she's still around. Good night, Sandy. You have a wonderful evening. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. You guys make sure you guys go over and check out her channel, Miss Cindy Utter. Show her some love and subby. Go look at her fabulous craft room so you can have true craft room envy. And enjoy it. Okay, so I think I'm about ready to put a book together. I was thinking maybe I'll put a couple more. Maybe I'll put some of this coffee dyed paper in it. Let's see. Oh, all this coffee dyed paper. How many of you guys like to coffee dye paper? You'll be back. Well, we'll be here. You guys go over and check out our channel, though. You will be enthused, and you will be inspired, and you'll laugh a lot, too. No, I don't, Karen, let's get real. I do not share my coffee with the dog. The dog drinks my coffee, okay? You catch her, like, you can't, and she'll climb for it. That's the thing is, Whippets can climb. Like, I didn't really know anything about the breed of dog until, obviously, we have one. She can climb. She's like a climber. She's like a cat, actually. She climbs on stuff, or like a goat. I don't know. No, we don't give her any people food. No. No people food. No. You got a terrier rescue? Aww. Hi, Pauline. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Better switch to decaf. Oh, that's the breed. Okay, cool. No, Charlie. No, we don't give her anything. Are you kidding? Charlie's dad's a vet, you guys. The grandpa is a vet, okay? He is a vet. He is a veterinarian. We don't give her nada. We give her nothing. We don't need expensive vet bills. Your greyhounds love coffee too? Then it must be the breed. Sarita says her niece was visiting her last night and the Labrador was playing, and then Nan took over the bed and they had to sit on the floor. Oh no! Oh, thanks, Tris. Sleep well, Tris. We love you. Karen, she posted the link in there. The link in there for the Etsy store. I don't know why it is. I probably will have to go back into it. So I'm going to cut up a couple of these pages, and then we will be ready to glue. I just need to find my masking tape. I need to find my. Well, I have a couple pieces right here. It's not. I didn't stamp on it. Maybe I should stamp on that, but I've got a couple pieces here. I just need a junk mail envelope. That's what I need. I need a junk mail envelope. Anne says she has a picture of her cat with his tail and her cocktails. Oh my gosh. The new link says the page you're looking for. So then go to Etsy. It's Crafting Mama's. Let me tell you what it is. Because I don't even know. The only thing I have on there is a bunch of kits. Because I kind of feel like you guys make your own stuff and I make all my stuff out of trash. Although I may put some journaling charms up there because I think I kind of went overboard and made too many. It's called Crafting Mama's Studio. That's what it's called. Crafting Mama's Studio. Let me see. It's called Crafting Mama's Studio. That's what it is on Etsy. And I don't know if mine's going to work on there either. It may not work. All I have is kits. That's all I have is kits. Crafting Mama Studio. Because, you know what? I mean, I did have some other stuff, but they sold. Like, I had some, I don't know, journaling things. But I don't have any more. I mean, I've just made a bunch. I just haven't put any on there. Would you say you're teaching a lesson to the youth group? Sorry, your word got out of the wonky laptops. I don't worry about it, Pauline. It doesn't matter. Pauline, we are all good. You do not have to worry about it. But you know what? You can always retract your things if you want. You can always erase them and retract them. You're not married to it. The link I just put up doesn't work, and that came directly from my Etsy shop. So what it is, that's the link. It's Crafting Mama's Studio, CRAFTING, Mama's MAMAS, and then Studio, STUDIO. That is what it is. Crafting Mama's Studio. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know how to make the link work. I'm looking at it right now in there right now. So I'm sorry. So there you go. Have I heard of squeeze and caulk Elmer's glue? No, I haven't. A protractor? Is that what you're talking about, Cheryl? Yeah, that's what it's called on Etsy. Crafting Mama's Studio. You'll have to search for it in the search bar. You know what? I don't know, Trace. You know, please, after the day I've had today, who knows? Who knows? I've had I've had the day. I won't lie. I have had the day. I have had the day. Okay, so I'm gonna put these together. I have enough to make 2. I think I could make more than 2, but I have enough to make 2 for sure. I just want to find some envelopes that I have. You know, I must have one close by somewhere. I want another piece of foam, and let me see if I can find. I have a bag of junk mail, so I must have an envelope. You know what? It's just been a week. It's like, I don't know if it's an off week or if it's just like, you know, I'm good with however anything happens. But today I have to think. Today really put it in perspective for me. Today, like, took me to a place of, like, today it took me to a place of, like, I don't know, something else. Like, a place of, like, out of my body, out of my life, out of my, you know, it was like one of those things where you're just like, seriously, like, this is after everything that I've done and have in my life, this is going to be the end of it, you know. And so it has been, I don't think it's necessarily off, but it's been definitely a roller coaster. So this is masking tape, you guys. Make your own washi. I mean, yes, you can buy washi. This is just that plain, you know, beigey colored masking tape. I'm guessing it's like more than an inch. I don't have a ruler here. I can't tell you exactly how big it is because I don't have. I was just looking to see if I could find anything. Let's see. It's a little smaller than the top of a mini distress ink. Speaking of Tim Holtz. So I'm guessing, I don't know, what is that, like 1.25 inches? Maybe it's 2. I don't know. It's wide masking tape. And I don't have the roll nearby, or I'd show it to you. It's just a regular roll of masking tape. I'm sorry, I'm just going to try and reach and get this bag of junk. So my friend, the one that I told you that I spend time with, the one that I spent on the phone with, hey, yes, she gave me a bag of junk mail. This is what she brings me. And in here there must be a window envelope for me to use. Here's one window envelope, and let's see if I can find another one. Here's 2 window envelopes. There we go. What's cool, I like using the window envelope for putting some extra stuff in. Maybe I'll use this window envelope too. How am I doing, Vic? I'm much better now. I'm much better now because I'm hanging out with you guys. But you missed earlier. I cried. So you missed the crying, Vic. You missed the crying. Okay, well, this one I can't use because she cut it open like that. Maybe I can use this one. Oh, these 2 I can. Okay, cool. No, it's a regular yellowish masking tape. Like, no. If I had been prepared, I would have brought the roll here. It's in the other room. It's just a regular masking tape. And then I just used super cheap acrylic paint, not anything fancy. And then this would have been like, you know, it would have been a permanent, like a StazOn ink. Although this one, the white one, is a Stampin' Up! White ink pad. So, I mean, that's what I use. So, and that's what I'm going to glue on. So I'm just going to now put my pad together, and then we'll put the tape on it, and we'll look at the pages and see if I need to add something more or less. Right, so once I cut up all these papers, okay, this will be the front of one. Let me get my covers going. This is a front and a back, and this is a front and a back. So I've got a front and a back for both, and you do want to make the front and the back a little bit bigger than the paper. And you guys, you can do this with scrapbooking paper. I like scrapbooking paper too. Please don't think that just because I use a lot of recycled materials doesn't mean I don't like scrapbooking paper. I do, okay? I do like scrapbooking paper. So please know that I do like it. like scrapbooking paper, and I like book page paper, and I like, you know what, there's probably not any kind of paper that I don't like. And I may go through and take some of these pages out. I'm just trying to like get myself a couple of some variables, and then I can go through and you guys, most of this paper and stuff is meant to be used in collage work. This is my intention. It does not mean that you have to use it that way. But I think that most of the stuff that I like to make, I like to use it. I like to reuse stuff, but I'm always thinking about the collage. Because I like mixed media art, and I like to collage, and I like that whole thing. So that's where my thought is. But you guys, by no means does that mean that you have to do that. Okay? Now let me just see how many pages I have here, and let me see if I want to add or take or subtract or whatever, take some stuff out. Okay, so here's another book page, here's another book page. Okay, let's just see what it is. Now, in the other ones, some of them I added pieces of fabric. I just don't have any fabric right here, so I'm not adding a piece of fabric. And you don't have to cut it the same size. It can line up, and as long as it lines up, it just needs to line up at the top. Okay, it needs to line up at the top. It totally needs to line up at the top, but other than that, that's the only rule. It needs to line up because you need to use glue. Okay, let me see what this looks like. And you need to use glue, and so let's see. I need to cut my envelope. You just need to, and you need some wet glue for this. Hey, Tiff. Yeah, my papers are from the mail, you guys. I have my own junk mail issues. I've already told you guys. You guys know my 411. You know how I am. Now I'm cutting my envelope. You're gonna have to cut your envelope a little bit different, and I'll show you why. Because what happens is you glue it in, it glues itself at the top. So, and you're going to glue it in this direction, okay, because you want it to glue at the top. So what you need to do is you need to cut down just the little flap, just to where it folds down, and then you want to cut down the inside part because you don't want it to glue shut. That makes sense? So I'll show you. You'll see it in just a second. Okay, so see, this is what it's going to look like. So you leave this part longer because this part's going to glue in, and then so that you can open it up and use it. You know what, Tiff? I have to tell you, since Scotty gave me this stencil brush, this works amazing. You know, a million years ago when my oldest daughter was little, I stenciled a whole room of I stenciled her whole bedroom and fairies and stuff like that, and made my own stencils. And I like to use sponges and stuff like that, but this stenciling brush gives you really crisp edges. So I haven't owned a stippling brush in, my oldest daughter will be 26, I probably haven't owned a stippling brush in 20 years. So, and you want to put this on the back. So whatever your back is, you want this to go to the back, and then you want to add all your other stuff on top, right? So that's the only rule to it all. And you need some sort of paper clip. Now let me figure out the front of the cover part. And which one is the cover? This one's the cover. Okay, and I'm just going to line it up straight at the top. Yeah, this also works good. I mean, kitchen sponges actually work really well for stenciling. They do. They totally work really well. You just want to make sure that all of your papers are lined up at the top. You want to make sure that they're inside your front cover and back cover, but you want to make sure that they've all, because this is where you're going to put the glue, okay? And then you want to, and I'm not so married to whether they stick out a little bit on the side, because this is just an eclectic pad, you guys. This is not like, whoever gets this is going to use it for, you know, taking their painting. They're going to use their own painting. They're going to use it like painting papers or whatever. You know, they're going to use it in their collage work or whatever kind of work they're using. They're not going to be like so married to the fact that it's not totally perfect. What happened, BJ? What? Must have had a sale on. What are you talking about? What was on sale? I missed what you said before. I missed what you said, BJ. I'm sorry. Wasn't like, it's not that I don't want to know. I missed it. Okay, so a palette knife and texture paint works good too. If you want to do texture, definitely. Okay, the only thing is you want to make sure that your envelope is up high enough. Okay, now this is the only tricky part to the whole thing. The whole rigmarole, the only tricky part. Okay? Now you want to make sure your clips are down far enough to. Alright, so you want to take your glue and you want to put it just right on top. Okay, you're going to glue it right on top. And you want to be generous with your glue. Ooh, maybe I was a little too generous, but you want to be generous with your glue. Okay? And that one's a watered down glue. Don't use a watered down one, but I did because that's what I have right here. If you have a thick one, use a thick one, but mine was watered down. Sorry. I'm going to move the clips down further. So you need to let it dry. You need to let it dry a little bit. I'm going to get out my Rambo heat gun that Hottie got me. If you guys saw the paper cutter, I'll have to take a picture of it. It's like one of those ones from a school, you know? It's not small. You guys, it has to live on the floor underneath something because it's so big. Well, no, I have regular paint. This one is watered down. That's my, like, you know, when you're to the bottom of a bottle of glue, and you don't want to, you want to use like all the last bits of it, right? That's what this is. This is me watering down keeping my Aleene's tacky glue, and I use it for all kinds of stuff, you guys. But here's a newer, thicker bottle. If you have new thick glue, use that. And you can use regular Elmer's glue. You don't have to. You could use school glue. You don't have to use. Just don't water it down like I did on that one. You're just putting this glue right on the top here, and you're gonna let it sit for a little bit, okay? Just like that. Use your joint compound. That's awesome. You have 5 gallons. You won't need texture paste forever, Malia. You guys are going to cover over this glue when it dries, or a little bit more. Yeah, Vicky's around somewhere, Vicky. Yes, I saw her. She's here somewhere. She was earlier. I don't know. Maybe she's not now. Are you here, Vic? Is Miss Vicky Brown present? You guys give me a thumbs up, please. I appreciate it. Sorry for my crying earlier. You guys, I don't know. Today was just a weird day. I like Aleene's too, Cheryl. I like it. It's sort of my go-to glue. I do like Elmer's, Elmer's Glue All too. But right now, because of that silly craze of making slime, they're having many more Elmer's glue sales. So if you have school-age kids that are into making slime, you know. So the whole idea is that you're going to take this apart. Like whoever receives it is going to take it apart. I did have a trauma day, Karen, that I will never forget. You guys, it really put my life in perspective today. And you guys know me. I'm like all about the, present and conscious and living my life with meaning. I am all about that. But can I tell you, today was like, I don't know. Needless to say, I didn't do anything that I was going to do today. I had this whole list of things I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I was crying earlier, Vicki, you missed it. Yes, it was a ballistic missile. It wasn't a bomb, it was a ballistic missile. And it was very real. But see, you guys, what happens is we get those sort of warnings all the time because when there's flash floods, see, the island that I live on is really, most of it is just 2 lanes, like 1 lane into wherever you're going, 1 lane out. And it runs on, like, they're cliffside roads. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a cliff on one side with the ocean and then the mountain on the other side. And so if it rains really hard in certain areas, we get mudslides, rock slides. So that, that's like a... Thank you, Jamie. It was you, Jamie. You were like the reason I did. You were like, girl. I was like, I was not. You know what? I probably would have stayed with my cup of coffee in bed for the rest of the day. So, I love you guys so much. You have no idea. You have no idea how much I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And how lucky I feel. You know, it's so silly because I was thinking about, like, what would I miss? Like, if it was really the end, what would I miss? And it's going to seem so silly, but I would have missed you guys. I would have missed, like, hanging out with you. I would have missed, like, making stupid painted junk mail. I would have missed that. No, but so we get those alarms, and then, like, I don't know if it's once a week anymore. You guys, I can't remember because it's so loud and we hear it all the time. So we get these, like, warnings all the time, like, and then they ring these, like, sirens on the island. They're, like, island-wide sirens. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, Mary Kay. Thanks, Samantha. Thanks, BJ. They taught you how to make your own tags? Oh, well, that's good. You know me, you gotta make them out of junk, right? Anyway, so, when it goes off, nobody's, like, really, like, thinking anything other than, okay, if it's a tsunami warning, generally we get it, like, a good 5 to 8 hours before the tsunami because of how they, maybe even 12, depending upon where the earthquake hit. Thanks, Pauline. So that gives you enough time to get to higher ground, That gives you enough time to move up the mountain. And so if that's it, people are like, not a big deal. I love you, Vic, too. Oh, you'd be watching Grand Tour with your hubby and your son? Oh, Lisa. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, I don't want to take you away from your family. Anyway, so, like, it's not ever like the 15-minute thing. And never have we gotten one that says, this is not a drill. I mean, when it's tsunamis, they tell you, they go to this channel on the radio, go to this channel on TV, there's 12 hours to the tsunami, the earthquake was da-da-da-da, whatever, and hitting, and they say, and most likely will reach the shores at 12:48, surfers get out of the water. I mean, they tell you all this stuff. I mean, Oh, Lisa, you're awesome. You made kits for the girls at church, Pauline? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, PJ says her blisters had a bad week. Must have had a bad week. Must have been on sale. Your way of laughing at a bad time. I hear you, Mama. So I was like, so when you like pick up your phone and you see it, like sometimes like, and they go off all the time. So it's not like it's a new thing. It's not like, oh, you know, and most of the time it's like, you're just like thinking, okay, if it's not hitting my side of the island, I still have to go to work, because you guys realize that people come from all over the world. we'd all be crafting in heaven. I hope they have YouTube. Oh my gosh, Sherry, you're so hilarious. You know what? You're absolutely right. You watched last night's rerun? Last night, oh my god, last night was ridiculous. Me and my boobs, that was so ridiculous. You guys, I laughed so hard my side was hurting. Somebody told me I got a message from somebody today. It was so cute. She said she spit coffee out her nose. She said she watched it and spit coffee out her nose watching it. Anyway, so, you know, generally it's not like, you know, it's not like a big shock. And you know, it's so silly is that Hottie was like in the shower, and he got out of the shower because one of our kids is all into homemade cosmetics, and she had made him this mask, this face mask, and he's not that kind of person, but she called him yesterday and she said, "Did you use the face mask?" And he was like, "Not yet." And she's like, "What are you waiting for?" You know, like she was like giving him such a hard time. Well, he was supposed to have lunch with her today, so he was like, "I gotta go." First he gets out of the shower, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You know, I'm going over on the other side and have lunch with her today because you know she's gonna ask me if I use that face mask. I better go get it because you know I can't lie." He's not a good liar. He can't tell a story, you guys. He cannot. You know, like how some people just can't. He can't. Like, you know. And so he's like, "I gotta go get it." And I'm like, "Okay." Well, when he got out of the shower, that's when the phone thing went off, and he and I had just been talking about coffee, and I was like, because I was like, "Are you making coffee?" Because I like wanted coffee, but I was cold and I didn't want to get up and make any coffee. And he was like, "Cause he always brings me coffee. He always brings me coffee in bed." So he was like, "I'm gonna take a shower first." And he was like, and I was like, "Would you hurry up?" Because he takes longer to get ready than I do, guys, and that drives me a little bit crazy. But that's my own issue. Anyway, so he sees it. He's standing there, half wet, because he was getting out to get the face mask or whatever she made him. And he sees it. And then that was when we all went to hell in a handbag right there. You know, we were like, and he reads it out loud. And then my phone goes off. His went off first, and then mine went off second. And then the rest is history, you know. The rest was us just trying to make it work and get through the day. But it's all good now. I mean, but I have to tell you, I'm still feeling like kind of sick to my stomach. Do you know what I mean? Your dad's in the hospital, Jillian? Oh no. We'll send your dad some love, Jillian. Definitely, definitely. Put him on the prayer list in our group. Definitely put him on the prayer. Hey, babe, I'm streaming. I'm just letting you know. Shh. Where's the dog? Okay. So, you know, it's like one of those things where you just kind of, I'm sorry about your dad. Oh no. Well, make sure you put him, if you guys aren't members of our Facebook group, go on over and join our Facebook group. And on there we have a prayer list. You can put them on the prayer list, and everybody reads it, and we all send that person the highest love and the highest light possible for their full recovery and whatever you're going through. And you can post anything. You can just post their name. You can post the situation. You can post anything. It's all confidential. It will never be spoken about outside of our group. Tiffany, that's what they're telling you. They're telling you that it was an accidental hit of a button. I just want to put this out there to you. You guys, everything has to come from a higher up. There is no accident. I don't for 1 minute think it was an accident, and neither does anyone else that lives here. I don't need to know what happened because you can't, it's like pushing a panic button. You can't just push it. You know? Jillian says she doesn't like surprises unless they're from Amazon. You know, the rate I'm feeling today, I agree with you, Jillian. So, you know, I would love to think it's that, but I know better, and you guys know better. Come on. We know better. We totally know better. We know better than you know, I would love to say it's an accident, but I don't believe it for a second. And no one here believes it either. None of us believe it. It's not an accident. I don't know what happened, but if you don't take it seriously enough to write to your congressman or whatever to say, we cannot be joking around about this. We cannot be joking around about this, and we can't be idly threatening other countries or whatever's going on with our politicians and whatever. It's like, we're the ones that, you know, just think about it. I mean, just really think about it. So those that are threatening other countries will be safely in a bomb shelter. Those of us who live a real life and are the perpetuation of this culture in this country will not be in that bomb shelter. And they're playing with our lives. So I don't believe for 1 second. I mean, I would love to believe it was an accident, but you guys, the hierarchy and the crap that goes on to even just get one public announcement done here is a big deal. Jillian, we love you. I'm okay, Malia. I'm totally okay, but I just think it just like woke me up, you know, and I think I'm fairly conscious. I think I'm really conscious, but I'm not. Good night, Malia. We love you. Good night, baby Vera May. We're all going to be still sending you good thoughts, Vera May, to turn around, head the other direction. Come on, girlfriend. You can do it. We have total confidence, and we cannot wait to see you. We're so excited. We'll have a new crafting mama. We'll have our baby Vera May. Oh, no. Karen said her smoke alarm went off like 240 times yesterday, like every 30 seconds for two hours, and there's only so much adrenaline. No, you're right. It is like crazy ridiculous. Well, we're excited to see her. Oh, thanks, Vic. You know, Vicki, that's all I could do. That's all I could do. I could just sit. I woke up the babe. She was asleep. Because they say on there, so when you go on there, if you type in, like, what do you do if a ballistic missile is heading toward you, or, I don't know, bomb shelter, or whatever I've typed in, it tells you the truth. It says you have 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And so, with that in mind, with that thought in mind, I just held on tight to her. That's all I could do. I woke her up and I held on tight, and then, so I'm going to go ahead and put the tape on this one. I think it's dry enough. It's not totally dry, okay? But I only have 2 paper clips over here because, you know, I wasn't prepared to do this. And for those of you that know I craft, I'm ridiculous. You know why. Okay, so this is what's kind of cool about this, is that you can, like, all you need is the exact amount of the end to end of your, you don't want to wrap it around the sides. It only gets wrapped around the top to the bottom. And maybe I'll just use this piece right here. So all you can do is hold on tight. And I have a really good friend who posted on her Facebook that, because her family lives here too. She lives in Asheville, but her family lives here, and she just said we can't play anymore, and that our government officials need to take our lives seriously, that they represent us, not just themselves, and they can't send idleness tweets anymore about and threaten other people, threaten other countries and stuff like that. Cheryl, they said it was an accident, but I'm telling you it wasn't. I'm telling you it wasn't. You guys, the bureaucracy to push any button here or anything like that, that goes out from the, it wasn't an accident. I can tell you it wasn't. So, but it's okay. I mean, I'm glad nothing happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether they negotiated with, I don't know whether they negotiated with North Korea to like, whatever. I don't know what actually happened, and I don't need to know. But I do know for sure that we all have to take it a little bit more seriously, and we can't, and our politicians have to be more responsible. We can't have them putting the lives of all of us at risk for their egos. We just can't do it anymore. We cannot do it anymore. I mean, it's not just us that are at risk, it's the whole world, right? So what you definitely want to do is you definitely want to, you're just gonna post it. You're just gonna put it to the end, but you want to put some glue on it. Good night, Pauline. Hi, Mary. I'm happy to see you. Well, Karen, you know what they said? You know what I read? I mean, honestly, you know, when I looked at it today, like, from my point of view, from the, you know, like, what would you do? They said that none of the fallout shelters that we have would even be equipped to do anything to keep, that the technology's changed so much, and whatever we would think that we would be saved from, it's not really, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's one of those things. It's like, it's almost like a, I don't want to say it's like a, false safety, or what do you want to call it? What, how would you say that? Not false safety, but, oh my gosh, you guys, what's the word I'm looking for? My head can't think. My head cannot think. I'm a little mindless right now. But I'm grateful that you guys are hanging out with me. All right, so put a little glue on that side, and then you want to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more glue on your, I don't know if you can even see this, you want to put a little bit more glue on your, wherever the top of that book, the book is, the you know, I don't know what it's called, you guys. Top of the pad. Anyway. I'm glad to hang out with you guys, and I'm happy, and you know what makes me happy? What makes me happy is meeting people, meeting all of you, and hearing about your pets, and hearing about your lives, and hearing about your families, and hearing about, you know, Malia having baby Vera May, and sharing life. False sense of security. Obsolete. Yes, you knew the words I was looking for. What, Mary? Your husband lost his twin? What happened? I can hide in the tundra. Jillian, you know, it doesn't sound like a bad idea. You know what I wonder, though, you guys? Because, you know, our lives are totally based on the tourist trade here. You know, everything is based on tourism. And what I'm wondering, and I don't know, you know, and Patty and I talked about this briefly, was I'm wondering that, you know, like, I don't know that I ever traveled to a country that had a supposed, or traveled to a place that had a supposed false alarm? Okay, this is how I found it worked best. I go like, you lay your, see you've got your tape here, right here, I've put some glue on the tape. You're going to just pull it, set it up on itself, and then push it down from there. It's not going to be 100% tight. Now you want to let, I know the urge is going to be to flip through it, but you really want to let it dry 100% if you can before you start flipping through it. Because I'll show you why. Because when you start pulling it up, see the pages are not, they're not dry yet. So you can, because they're only glued at the top, okay? But you'll get, let me see, I got glue here and I don't have a wipe. My one indulgence are these wipes, but I will tell you that I use them in my art, so I don't want to hear from any of you. Like, sometimes people like say, oh, you use all recycling, but you're being ridiculously wasteful when you use those wipes. Okay, yes, I am, but I do use them in my artwork, so I kind of don't think about it because I don't really buy any other paper products, or too many at least. Okay, so let me just see if it's not, oh, I want to put something down. All right, let me put this down. Okay, so this will give you kind of an idea what your pad's going to look like. Oh, Mary, I'm sending you love. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for your husband's loss. I'm sorry for your loss. So sorry. We're so sorry. We send you love. So I just want you to, get a look at it really quick. Okay, so this is what your pad's going to look like. This is what, like when you flip through, this is what it's going to look like to whoever receives it. What's kind of cool is like you could cut some of those for your collage, the border of that, the cool painting on that, the cool plate on that. Now see, this one didn't get caught in. So what you have to do, because it happens, is you want to push it up close to the edge. You want to put a little bit of glue, not a lot, a little bit of glue. That's why you shouldn't mess with it until it dries, because when it dries, you'll see that it all dried in there. But messing with it ahead of time, I need to get a paintbrush and some glue. My friend that made it, hers came out perfect because she cut her paper perfect and she used scrapbook paper. Okay, I use junk mail, and not all of them are even. But you'll get the hang of it. They all end up working no matter what, and you can't get it wrong. But, you know, usually I don't find out what didn't work until after, like, the day that I've let it dry. Okay, you just want to put some glue at the top, and then go ahead and stick your page in. See, and that one didn't stick either because I'm not leaving it alone long enough. So anyway, well, I'm grateful you guys are here with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being my peeps. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for being here. You know, I'm grateful. It's easy to be with somebody when life is easy. When life doesn't deal you anything and all you have to do is talk about the weather. It's much harder to be with people when they're having real life. And real life is happening. And I have to tell you today, real life is definitely happening. It was so definitely happening. Mary, I am so sorry for your loss. I know that, so I'm going to let mine dry a little longer before I futz with it, because the more I futz with it, the more none of it's going to stay together because it's not dry. I think the last time I made it, I let it dry. I used my heat gun on it. But you're right, Scotty, you should use your clips and let it dry. You should let it completely dry. But you guys get the idea. It's kind of a fun thing to do. You're going to have to get some punches. Why do you have to get some punches? What happened? You cut up a whole magazine? Oh, good for you. Why do you have to get some punches? Why do you have to get some punches, Trace? What happened? a couple of big clips would work. You know what else would work though, Scotty? You're right. It made me think of like a paper potato chip clip. That would work good too. But I only have 2 clips over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue the other one, and then I'll put it down. Like, look at this one. I let it dry for a good long time, and it did fine. Like, it's all in here, and I can look at each page. Like, this one's got a piece of wax paper, and this one does have a piece of scrap paper, and a magazine page, and this was like some card that I liked because it had some Christmas things on it. It was kind of funny. And then this was like some table book. See, I love this sort of stuff because I use these for tags and tabs, but you could also cut it up and use it behind your paperclip embellishments, that, you know, thicker junk mail. And more painty papers, and more painty papers, and more painty papers. And somebody sent me a present for Christmas, but it had like this cool little cat. She stamped all these things on it. Like, I don't know if I'd ever make my wrapping paper like this. You use the crap out of baby wipes. No, you can paint them and they do look cool, but isn't that cool? She stamped all that wrapping paper. So I thought it was cool. Like, somebody goes to all that work, you want to save a piece of it, right? I cut some flowers out of it, but look, I even added like little smaller pieces and other pieces, and I love this magazine thing. It came from I don't know what. And more painting papers, and then a piece of foam, and then the envelope, and then the back of this. So. You guys, it was like it was a shocking day for me. And you know what's so stupid is we're so used to watching all these like Armageddon style movies that we're desensitized. We're desensitized to a lot of stuff. You want to punch pretty papers? Well, look on Craigslist. I'm telling you, if you can find somebody, and you know what? There's all those Facebook groups that sell supplies. You'll find some great deals on there in those Facebook groups. And, you know, like, I would say if you're going to buy yourself, I like it too, Cheryl. I like those things. They're really, are you leaving Tiff tonight? Aw, sending you love. Sending you love, Tiff. I hope you have a good night with your hubby. I hope you have a fun, wonderful night with the hubs. Let's see if I have a piece of cardboard. It feels better with a piece of cardboard. I know I cut a piece of junk mail, but you guys, I have to have a piece of cardboard close by. I haven't cut up every single thing I have. Well, maybe I have. And then I sacrificed my boxes to the recycling. You know what it was, you guys? Is like I was like overwhelmed. I had been doing my calamari and just like really purging and purging and purging and purging, and you know, I went through like so much so that we purged clothes of my daughters and just like purging, like deep purging, right? And so it made me feel like really selfish that I'm like purging all this stuff, but I'm making them all purge stuff, but I'm not purging anything. So I was like, all right, I'll purge some packaging because I don't need it all. So ridiculous. I said I'd purge some packaging. I am making some Flourish journals. If you guys haven't gone over and joined Rosemary Morris's group, I know a lot of you guys want to do swaps. They have some great swaps. Everybody make sure you go and subby to each other. Have you guys gone over to Patricia's channel? Go over and subby to Patricia's channel. Patricia Stubbs, S-T-U-B-B-S. Go over and subby. How many subs do you have, Patricia? Tell us how many subbies you have. I guess I could paint the junk mail. Maybe I can cover it with a piece of painting paper. I have paper, but it's not thick enough. I like that cardboard part. What could I do? I wonder if I've cut all of my cardboard into tags. I could have, you guys. Good night, Sherry. Thanks, Sherry. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, everybody. We have 55 people on this stream watching right now. All 55 of you go over to Patricia's channel. Patricia, S-T-U-B-B-S, and sub. Subby. Good night, Sherry. I hope you sleep well. Good night, Jillian. Big hugs. Nana subbied and Patricia subbied. Karen subbied and Lisa's already a sub. Awesome. Awesome. All right, I'm going to get up for 1 second and look over here behind me because I have a box over here and it did have, but I could have let go of everything. Guys, I have really been on my purge, which is good, but at the same time, it's like, doesn't it always happen when you're like, I just took all that stuff to the recycling. So if you guys haven't gone over and joined Rosemary Morris's channel, do it. It's a really good channel. Rosemary Morris is she's a fun artist. Subby to her too. But go over and join her Facebook group. Her Facebook group is called Trashy Flowish Junk Journals now? I mean, she changed it. Are you telling me to check my instant message, or you're telling somebody else to check their instant message, Susan? Are you texting me this whole time and I can't see it? Cassandra subby, Tammy subby, Vicky's already a sub. Scotty, I don't believe any of it, but if that's what they're saying, we're gonna believe it. Okay, the group used to just be called Trashy Junk Journals, but now it's called Flowish Trashy Junk Journals, and it's on Facebook. And they have 3 swaps a month. And I'm telling you guys, if you want to swap, they always have really great swaps. Okay, how many subbies does she have now, you guys? How many subbies does Patricia have now? Okay, who else needs subbies and a channel with content? Now you have 494. Awesome. Thanks, Suze. 493, 494. Awesome. All right, you guys, come on. Show Patricia some love. Everybody go over and subby. Be a subscriber. I think when you hit 500, Patricia, you're going to have to do a subby giveaway. You're going to have to do something, even if you send them a bag of junk mail, like me. You're almost to 500. Woohoo! Okay, all you guys go over and subby to her channel. While I look for my piece of cereal box for 1 second. I know I must have another one. I cannot. 496. 4 away. 4 away from 500. Everybody go and subby. Okay, everybody. Patricia's prepared. You snuck back on. Oh, Brenda, we love you. I'm glad you snuck back on. Okay, after Cassandra, how many subbies do you have? How many subbies do you have, Cassandra? I'm just going to look behind me really quick for a... Because I never even wear shoes, and today I've had my slippers on all day. Do you think I was prepared for, like, slippers isn't flip-flops? Do you think I was prepared for something? I was waiting for something? I never wear shoes. I go barefoot all day long, and today I'm knocking all my stuff off, and today I run off and I wear shoes. Today I wear shoes. Okay, I found a piece of cardboard. We have struck gold. I found a piece of cardboard. I knew I had one. You have 4 next. Okay, Cassandra's next, you guys. Go. Cass Williams, spelled Casswms. She has 119 subbies. Let's show her some love. 501. Awesome, Patricia. Woohoo! Okay, so everybody go and subby to Cassandra. CASSWMS. Everybody go subby to Cassandra. Congratulations, Patricia. Mary was 500. Awesome, Mary. Okay. Nana subby to Cassandra. Lisa has. Woohoo! Patricia's already subby to Cassandra. And so is Mary Lou. And Tammy is too. Okay, you guys, come on. Show Cassandra some love. Congratulations, Patricia. Congratulations. Good night, Mary. Jamie says she's subby to both of you. Hi, Artsy. How are you? Okay, this is thicker than a, this is a juice box, a Capri Sun box, and it is thicker than a, You're welcome, Patricia. I'm happy that you reached 500. Girl, I didn't even realize, you guys, when I started my YouTube channel, I told you guys my story. I only did it for a friend. A friend of mine had a Facebook group, and she was like, do you think you can make some videos for this First of all, it was like a whole Facebook drama, okay? So I started this Facebook group with a friend who was amazing paper crafter. She's since not crafting for a while. I don't know. She just has like taken a little sabbatical from paper crafting for a while. She wasn't, you know, she started a paper group, a paper crafting group where we, you know, she started and I just supported her in it because at the time I was working a really stressful job, so I couldn't really do much. So she like would send me messages. Do you think you can make some videos? Do you think you could do this? Do you think you could do that? So that's how I started mine. I wasn't even doing it because I wanted to make videos. And I don't even know, like, I didn't pay much attention to it, but somewhere along the way, I didn't even know that you could only make a 15-minute video. I didn't know that they had that restriction. If you only have 100 subscribers, you can't make a 15-minute video. Cassandra makes all kinds of cool crafts. Cassandra is a teacher, too, on top of it. She makes really cool paper crafting. Go check it out. She does cool paper crafting. So I didn't even know the whole thing until I think it was Susan that told me recently that if you don't have 100 subscribers that you can't post a video longer than 15 minutes. Is that what it is? Awesome. She makes some slime too. Woohoo! Jamie's a soap maker. I think we brought Jamie over to the wild side of paper crafting. Did we bring you over to the wild side of paper crafting? Hey, Sherry. Oh, Mary Kay, you're so awesome. All right, I'm making the very back of my... Sherry, how's it going for the hunt? How's the house hunt going? Are you looking for a house or an apartment, Sherry? Can't no slime. The students are doing it. I know, right, Cassandra? My daughter's obsessed with slime. Cassandra is a New York City school teacher, you guys. She deserves kudos of respect. Kudos, kudos, kudos. Teaching in New York City public schools. Jamie makes amazing soap, you guys. I got some for Christmas. I got some soap and her bath bombs, and the bath bombs are the bomb. I bought some for my daughter because she's like the queen of bath bombs, and I have used a few myself, but the soap smells amazing. Okay, this one's going to be a thicker back, but it'll work better because it makes it all stay together. Okay. I can take out this piece. Glue it together. They're even selling slime to each other? Oh, that's great. I should talk to my daughter and make sure she's not buying any slime. Thanks for telling me, Cassandra, because, you know, I'm not always the first to know that sort of stuff. I'm making one of these one-of-a-kind paper pads, Artsy. You know, I made it before, but I made another one today. I've made a bunch of them, but I only have one left. So these are just one-of-a-kind paper pads. So if you like to collage and stuff, you just put all your painting papers and some cool bits and pieces of your magazines together. And then you put an envelope in it if you feel like it, and add your bits and pieces. And then the back of it is packaging. And then you keep it for yourself or send it to a friend. I think it makes a great Happy Mail. Because then somebody gets a little piece of you, and they're not that big. They're only 4 by 6. The ones I'm making, but you can make them bigger or smaller. You leaving us, Mary Kay? Big hugs, Mary Kay. We love you, Mary Kay. Thanks for hanging out, you know. This is a stencil I made from a viewfinder. And I don't have it here. I usually have it here on my desk, but I don't know, guys. I was moving my stuff. I had made this making a grand attempt to finally move my stuff once and for all and get it in one place. And so I took some of my favorite things. Yeah, so this is a magazine page that I painted. I think I did this on a video. So I think if you go back and look at like Happy Mail or what do you call it? It's not Happy Mail. What do you call it when you I can't think of it. My head can't think right now. But if you go and you look, I think you'll see it there. And I'll show you. It's just a viewfinder that I made. I made it a viewfinder into a stencil and then painted through it. Her tags for her soaps has gotten her knee deep in junk journals. Yes, Jamie came to us and then she was like, I don't paper craft. And we were like, it doesn't matter. Come on and hang out. That is a lot of residue. Susan saying, Nana. Oh, Nana. Oh, Susan, you're the best. Susan won. Susan, you're a rock star. Susan got you a crafty present, Nana. She won. You don't paper craft ever, you junk journal? Well, junk journaling is paper crafting. I mean, you gotta make tags and stuff. It's junk journaling is paper crafting. I make more junk journals than I know what to do with. Cheryl, you know what? I don't know. Since I mostly do not use scrapbooking paper, I cannot tell you that. I cannot answer that question. One of you ladies at Scrapbook, you guys were explaining something random to you. Well, Susan has a present for you. She says she won. She won. She's having it mailed right to you. I love you too, Jamie. Okay, who wants a few minutes of woo-woo before we leave? Or what would you girls like? If you want some woo-woo, tell me now. And if you don't, it's all good. Good night, Jamie. I love you, Jamie. You know I love you. You know I'm in your corner. Thanks for being there for me today. Thanks all you guys. Nana's crying now. You can cry, Nana. At least you're crying over that. Laura saying, good night, Jamie. Susan likes eBay. It's like a game. Susan, you're ridiculous. I love you. Cassandra wants woo-woo. Anybody else want woo-woo? We won't do a long woo-woo. We can do a short woo-woo. Trust me, I woo-wooed after. eBay scares you, Nan. eBay scares you, Susan. You know who else eBay scares? eBay scares, is it Carla that says she gets scared from eBay? So I think it was Carla that says she gets scared from eBay. Good night, Mary Lou. Big hugs. Thanks for hanging out with us. Brenda says woo-woo. Okay. Woo-woo's just a guided meditation, artsy. Good night, Carla. I will show your card on Tuesday because I will have it. I have it in my new crafting space. I was trying to, you guys, prior to all this, I was supposed to spend my whole day setting up my new space, and I didn't do it. I honestly, after the morning I had, I couldn't do it. Vicki says she's bidding on 2 things and she's terrified. Oh, you're awesome, Trace. Cheryl says she needs to. Okay. So for those of you that want to stay for the guided meditation, it's about 10 minutes. And Susan gave it the name the woo-woo. I don't even know. Why did you give it the name of the woo-woo, Susan? Good night. It's 4:20 a.m., Carla. Well, I'll send you the woo-woo. I will put you in the woo-woo, Carla. Because you're in London. When are you moving? Vicki, you have to take eBay lessons from Susan. Susan is the queen of that sort of stuff. I am not the queen of it. Susan is totally the queen of that. I'm like you, Cassandra. When I see it on eBay, I just buy it. I love you, Trace. Because make sure you go over and look at Tracy's juicy papers, or juicy books, or juicy maps, painting maps, and just go over and check her out. You're going to you'll love it. I'll buy it now too. Okay, so for those that want to stay, all you need to do, Okay, so somebody typed in, somebody was new. We had like some kid the other day, which is fine. I don't care about that. That's awesome, you know? But they said that my breathing was creepy. So I just want to explain to you about the breathing. I guess it does sound creepy to kids. I don't know. You guys, I like to buy it now too. I'm like to buy it now. But Susan likes to win things, okay? So she won it. So the breathing is a yogic breathing. It's like a yogic breathing, and you inhale through your nose and you exhale out through your mouth. And so it sounds creepy, but you have to have an audible exhale. Okay? So your audible, it just sounds like this. And in Hawaiian healing, it's called the Ha breathing. Okay? And in Hawaiian healing, Ha is the breath of life. Like the name Hawaii means, Ha, the breath, Wa, the water, I-E, Hawaii, the breath, and the water of life. The I is the life, like the I am. So that's what it is. So it isn't, and it's something you can do too. You just inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. It's not exclusive to me. I don't own it. I just do it with you. So that's what it is. So if it creeps you out, I'm sorry, turn down the volume. You'll still receive the energy work, okay? All right, for those that want to join, all you need to do is you can do this energy work with your eyes open and or eyes closed. It's up to you. I think it's more beneficial if you do it with your eyes closed. But saying that, I don't do it with my eyes closed because I'm watching the chat because I don't want some crazy, creepy troll to come in and write all kinds of pornography things like we've had in the past. So I try to keep my eyes open. But you can do it with your eyes open or eyes closed. I just tell you, don't do this while you're driving. And don't listen to the replay out loud while you're driving. Because what happens is it puts you in a really relaxed state. And that's the last thing you need to do is feel so relaxed you're going to fall asleep, right, while you drive. Right? So all you need to do to participate is to breathe in, breathe out, and then I just guide you through the rest. Okay? And it's so super simple. Okay? So if you can put your feet on the floor, that's great. If you can't, image your feet on the floor. Okay? People say, my feet, I can't sit down with my feet on the floor. So image your feet on the floor. The first part of the meditation is the grounding part. That's the connection part. That's the part that if you don't do any other thing anytime during the week, if you just image yourself connected to the heart of the earth and to the heart of the central sun, your life can flow much easier. Okay? So let's get started. Inhale, and if you want to listen and you don't want to receive the energy work, all you need to do is say to yourself, I don't want to receive the energy work, but I want to hear what's going to go on, and you won't receive it. You may feel better, however, afterwards, because we're all connected collectively, right? But you won't receive it, okay? So here we go. Inhale through your nose, and exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. And one more time. Inhale in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Imagine yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the top. And when you look down, you can't see the bottom. This is your column of light. It belongs uniquely to you. Allow your column of light to go deep, deep, and even deeper into the heart of the earth. See your column of light growing 6 feet in all directions. When your column of light has gone as easily and effortlessly as far as it can go. Allow it to go just a little further. With the mention of the heart of the earth, allow your light to be right there, your column of light. See your column of light entering deep into the heart of the earth. Allow your column of light to grow deep roots, like old oak tree roots. See your column of light go deep, far and wide into the heart of the earth. Let's invite the earth's energy up through our column of light. I see this energy like gold, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy rise up through your column of light from the heart of the earth, through your feet, ankles, calves, knees, hips. Feel it entering into the base of your spine. Feel it entering into your lower abdomen. Feel it entering into your solar plexus. Feel it rising up and filling your chest. Feel it rising up and filling your back. Feel it rising up and filling your throat, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat, the back of your neck, your head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can easily imagine. Breathe in and feel this beautiful gold earth energy. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Allow your attention to focus on the top of your head, where your column of light is fountaining out the top. Give your energy the suggestion, heart of the central sun. And with that, your column of light is traveling past the earth, past our solar system, past the next, Feel your energy finding its way to the heart of the central sun. With that suggestion, it's right there. Feel your energy enter into the heart of the central sun and find its way there to anchor deep, deep, deep into the heart of the central sun. Allow yourself to grow roots deep in the heart of the central sun and feel your light growing wide and deep, anchored into this beautiful cosmic heavenly realm. Feel yourself anchoring deep into the heart of the central sun and feeling her blessings. I see the energy like silvery diamonds, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy pouring through the top of your head, filling your face and head completely, filling your neck and throat, filling your shoulders and arms. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy Filling your chest, your back. Feel it filling your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine. And feel this beautiful, heavenly, cosmic energy pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any excess there. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. I'd like you to focus on the base of your spine. And on the inhale, I'd like you to receive peace, love, and freedom. And on the exhale, let go of anything else that no longer works for you. Ready? Breathe in, receive peace, love, and freedom. And let go of anything else. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And let go of anything else. Receive peace, love, and freedom, focusing on the base of your spine. And one more time. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Allow your attention to focus on your lower abdomen, your second energy center. Breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. On the inhale, receive peace, love, and freedom. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer works for you. Ready? Receive peace, love, and freedom. One more time. And one more time. Allow your attention to rise up to your solar plexus, located at your waist. Breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer works for you. Ready? Breathe in, receive peace, love, and freedom. And let go of anything else. Receive peace, love, and freedom. One more time. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Focus on your heart. Breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time, receive peace, love, and freedom. Allow your attention to rise up to your throat, to your fifth energy center. Breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Allow your attention to rise up to your sixth energy center, which is located between your eyes and the center of your forehead. Breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time, breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. Allow your attention to rise up to your seventh energy center, which is located at the top of your head. Breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time, receive peace, love, and freedom. Allow your attention to focus 1 foot above your head and breathe in and receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time, receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time, receive peace, love, and freedom. I'd like you to focus on the heart of the central sun and breathe in and receive from this energy center flowing through your column of light and expelling out the bottom of your feet. Peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. Receive peace, love, and freedom. And one more time, receive peace, love, and freedom. Focus on the heart of the earth and receive from the heart of the earth peace, love, and freedom, and feel this energy flowing up through your feet and fountaining out the top of your head. Ready? Breathe it in. Peace, love, and freedom. Receive in love. Peace, love, and freedom. And one more time. Receive peace, love, and freedom. I'd like you to focus on your heart, and I'd like you to see an infinity symbol, like a figure eight standing straight up and down. Breathe in and receive the love of the divine, and on the exhale, send back love to the divine. Ready? Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. One more time. Receive in love and give in love. I'd like you to invite anyone in that you think could use a little boost. It can be your family, friends, your pets. Make sure to call in this energy to your home right where you are. And also pick a point on the earth that could use a little extra love. It could be those in Puerto Rico, in Florida, wherever there's extreme weather where people are suffering, mudslides and the fires. You could just pick something like the ocean. You could pick anything that you'd like. Just as you breathe in, receive this energy for yourself, this love, peace, and freedom. And on the exhale, send it out to wherever you're seeing. Ready? Breathe it in, receive in love, and give in love. Receive in love, and give in love. Receive in love, and give in love. One more time. Receive in love, and give in love. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. And please share anything that you'd like to share. You can share any experience you had, any thoughts, whatever came, or if nothing came, you can share anything. There's no right or wrong. You can share anything you'd like. There's no right or wrong. Charlie had to crawl in my lap. She needed to do the woo-woo too. She came in with my daughter and she was sitting there crying. I don't know if you could hear her. She was crying. She needed to come climb up in my lap, so she did the woo-woo too. Anybody want to share anything? Please feel free. Oh, you're welcome, Patricia. And congratulations on your 500 subbies. I'm happy for you. I'm so, so happy for you. Thanks for hanging out with me, girls. You girls are awesome. Sorry I was so cry today. It's ridiculous, I know. Oh, thanks, Cassandra. I know, right? Yeah, Charlie's like, she's a woo-woo girl. She's a woo-woo pup. She was like, did you guys hear her whining? I tried to get up and get her, and she's like, Michelle, love you, Michelle. Did you stay for the woo-woo? I'm so happy for you, Patricia. Congratulations. Oh, Sherry, I'm so happy. I didn't get to see. Did you find a place yet? Has it been working out or no? No place yet? You may have said it, but the chat was going by so fast. I didn't see. Good night, Edna. Love to you. Thanks for being here for me, Cassandra. I really appreciate it. Edna, how's your family? If you already mentioned it, I'm sorry I didn't see it when it scrolled by. We love you, Edna. I hope you sleep well. You girls are always here for me. Isn't that silly? 15 minutes and I'm going to have a cup of coffee and I'm just thinking I'm Miss Crafton with you guys. So silly. Thanks, Cheryl. Good night, Cassandra. Sherry, did you find a place? I've been putting you in my special. I've been putting you in my good thoughts to finding a place, that's for sure. Oh, they're okay, and your mom. Oh, your mom just got out of the hospital. Oh no, Edna. Sending your mom love. She's okay for now. Oh, that's good news. That's really good news. You're getting closer. Oh, good, Sherry. Keep those good positive vibes going, okay? Keep those good positive vibes. Last call for Sharon. If anybody wants to share anything, please share it now. Oh, thanks, Care. I need it too. I'm appreciative. You guys, when I do this with you, I work on myself all day long. Trust me, and I work with other people. But when I'm working in a larger group, I receive what you receive. Yes, let's all have a safe weekend and hug your loved ones extra tight. Give them lots and lots of extra love, and don't take it for granted. Definitely don't take it for granted. Well, I love you guys so much. You have no idea how much I love you. I do. I send you so much love. You guys, make sure you go and check out each other's channels. There's some really great crafters here. Some of them hide and fly under the radar. But when you see them show up, go and check them out and show your love and support. Good night, Care. Good night, Sherry. And love you guys. Sending you so much love. Tomorrow, Carla's on at 2 o'clock. Caged Fish, that's with a K. Thanks, Karen. Kaged, Caged Fish here. And she'll be on at 2 o'clock Eastern for her Football Widows crafting. And I think she's making a glue book, but I'm not 1,000% sure. She is the queen of collage. Thanks, Cheryl. And if you guys are still up and feel like partying the night away, head on over to Pink Poodle Crafter Stacy Evans and she will be crafting the night away. She is so, so, so fun. Go over and hang out with Pink Poodle Crafters. And maybe I'll see you over there. But anyway, know that I'm always thinking of you and sending you and holding you in the highest light, the highest love, and in my heart. Night, ladies. I love you, girls. Thank you for being here for me. Thanks for being my friend. You guys, go on over and check out Michelle's channel, Michelle Scott. She does some fabulous journals and makes some beautiful tomes. And when is your next live one, Michelle? When's your next live stream? Michelle with one L. Scott, C-O-T-T. And if you go subby to her and then click that bell, you'll know when she comes up with her next live. She makes some beautiful, you can go over and watch some beautiful shabby chic journaling and some other journals she makes too. She makes some really beautiful ones. Next week is her next live stream. So make sure you head on over and check her out too. All right, my lovelies. Until Tuesday, and as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you guys so much aloha. I love you more than you know, and I will see you on Tuesday. If I don't see you at Stacy's or at the Pink Poodle Crafters or at Carla's tomorrow, maybe. All right. Aloha. Thanks for being my peeps. Thanks for being my tribe. Love you, ladies. Have a crafty weekend. Stay safe and stay warm.